Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hope you're having a wonderful time. May God bless everyone. Bitcoin, getting a little bit of a dip here. Let me put on my glasses, see what's happening. Wait, what? These aren't my, what the? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with the lifer. May God bless you. So sorry about how tired I am, but it is what it is when you have to wake up at 7 a.m. on jet lag. But hey, I'm here every single day for you guys. I did take a silly trade last night. I'll show you what I did. I lost $160. Can you believe it? $160. My goodness. And that is the biggest loss that I've taken. And no, but seriously, $160. No big deal. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. I got to drag this over. There we go. We'll pop this out. Lost 30%. I knew it wasn't a great trade. I'll tell you why I did it. Wow, pretty big move to only lose that much. I was very small. But I'll just show you what I was looking at last night. It was a little late at night when I made the trade, too. I think it was like 4 in the morning, so I may have been a little different in the brain. But I was just seeing if we could get a bounce. You know, I was just seeing if we could get a little bit of a bounce here. And actually, we did. For a second, I was in the money. I just realized we were in the money for a bit. Actually, wait, that's upside down. I didn't short it, so hold on. Is that? No, there you go. All right. So that's the short I gave yesterday that did not play out. I didn't get into it. I actually got out of the short. I said, I don't like this. Looks like we're going to bounce. We bounced on an Adam and Eve yesterday, if you remember. It's pretty interesting right here. We made this Adam and Eve. Then we went sideways. They wicked the bottom, wicked it back up. I just knew yesterday was a sketchy day to trade. So I was looking for here. Let me find the actual trade here if I can see it. Yeah, I was looking to see if we could bounce. I had shifted this. And last night, I was just seeing if we could bounce. Right now, we are holding the 200 moving average. Just right there. When we got this little bounce, I wanted to see if we could get it. I got stopped out. It is what it is. You know what I mean? No big deal. I knew not to go hard. You know, we just made thousands of dollars the other day. So we take it easy over here, one day at a time, huh? How's everybody doing, huh? How you doing over there? Hey, how you doing? Last night, CryptoFace said, come play high-stakes poker. And I said, you know, what do you do? When CryptoFace asks you to go play high poker, what do you do? What do you do? You go play high-stakes poker, bro. This dude's a baller, man. I can't even tell you what I saw. Because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But it was amazing. It was unbelievable. I ended up making $5,000, basically. It was unbelievable. I had $900. I couldn't get more out the ATM. I felt like a chumpy. And he had, he threw me $2,000, literally. Just like, oh, Sammy, you need some chips, man? Tossed me $2,000 real quick. I worked with that. We played for 4 hours. And my last hand, I put like $2,500 on. We were counting. We were counting cards pretty good, man. We were counting. We had the count. We knew what we were doing. We went hard when the count was hot, when it was low. And, we backed off when the count was high. Pretty simple way to trade, to play blackjack, right? And we had a nice little high limit, $200 a hand. No joke, right? And I put the whole thing on, hit 21 on my last hand. No lie, man. It was epic. It was a $4,000 win on that one hand. I made 4 racks. It was insane. It was insane. Oh, man. Paid for the whole trip and some. Man, unbelievable. So, God is great, man. And then you know what I did? I got an Uber, or I got a cab driver was outside, and it's like $25, and I just handed him a $100 bill. It was like, dude, here, this is for you, man. And he's like, I just did all this work to my car. This is my first ride today. He's like, I had to do battery. I had to do this. I spent $400. And then my first customer gives me $100. He's like, Allah Akbar, praise to God. God is great always. And I was like, he is, man. He is, brother. He is. I was like, what's your name? He's like, Gary. I was like, Gary, I love you, man. I was like, I won big, so you get to win big with me, baby. And it just felt so good to share, just to hand him that $100 bill. Man, I love my life, man. I love y'all. God bless you guys. Stay awesome. Stay up. Don't let this dark world take you down, man. There's so many beautiful things out here. There's so many things to enjoy. And yes, I could have went down hard. There was no guarantees I was going to win. But we had a good time, too. Like, we had a good time playing with a good group of people, and everyone was making money. AJ Ripe's Crypto was next to me. Dude was up $5,000. And he had just bought a $5,000 magazine, the oldest Bitcoin magazine ever made. He was getting it in. Anyway, let's talk about it today. Let's break it down. That is cat ears. And that was technically a short. And even yesterday I said, man, that looks bearish. I did an update. I said everything looks bearish, right? I tried to scalp a little bit of a bounce. It did not work out. We are touching the 200 moving average on the 2-hour time frame. Could the beginning of some pain or could be rejection. We're going to see how this plays out today. We're going to look at our bigger time frames, whittle our way back down, and I'm going to figure out what's happening here on the charts. Just give me a moment for my brain to refrain. I'm going to see what's happening. Everybody, put the lemon in the water. This will decalcify the pineal gland and get you on another level. I already put a lot of lemon in there. I don't want to over lemon. But this will decalcify your pineal gland. This will start to get you on another level. You're going to be able to create something different with your life. Our pineal glands are calcified due to all the fluoride in the water. Facts. This guy said stop lying, right? It's a true story, man. It's a true story. There's the cash to prove it.
What happens when you play high-limit poker with crypto face? The money just keeps coming, baby. This is crazy.
Even AJ Rives Crypto was there. I have witnesses.
5X over at the freaking high-limit poker table at the Cosmopolitan, baby. Let's go.
Man, true story, man. I got witnesses, bro. This ain't a fairy tale. All right. No, I don't drink. No drinking. No. I had seltzer water. They poured me a Pellegrino, a mini one, nice glass bottle, and a lime. And everyone there could see that I did not drink. Many people offered me drinking. Yeah. No lemon for acid reflux. Lemon isn't acidic. Lemon turns into alkaline inside of your body. So it actually will help your acid reflux. It'll do the opposite. Yeah. Actually, you know when people have acid reflux, it's lack of acid. You know that? And the stomach can't break down the food, which gives them, which that's why everyone really, you know what I mean? It's crazy. People don't realize why they're actually, if you drink a shot of apple cider vinegar every morning, my friend, you won't have acid reflux anymore. It'll restore your gut health. It'll rebuild your acid, and then you'll have strong acid and you won't get the reflux. And there's 100 people in this group right now that can tell you to take apple cider vinegar, all right? And that's going to help your acid reflux. I'm telling you right now, right? Man, so many awesome people there tonight. Look, Tim Draper, man. Bitcoin billionaire Tim Drapes. Bang, 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 right? Let's go. Bitcoin taking no precedence. Yeah, it did wreck short and longs on both sides of the aisle here. But there was a lot of longs that got liquidated too. We're going to talk about that. We're going to break it down. And honestly, it looked like we double topped. I mean, should have shorted that immediately. The second I sold that long, should have opened up a short on the live stream. Like, whatever. No shoulda, couldas, but it would have been perfect. And it was cat ears. The second I woke up in the morning, first thing I said to my group is, that's cat ears. And so, you know, the best thing you could have learned in my group is cat ears for the first time. You know, I'm not saying I didn't take this long. I did. I went long with a little stop there. But look how small I'm just attempting to get a punch there. See, I got in there. Stop loss there was a very, very low-risk trade just to see if we could get the bounce to the upside. This is at 5 in the morning, my time, or your time. I don't even know what time. This is keeping regular time. But look, right here. This looks like catters to me. Crazy, we got the whole pump right back. If you were swing trading, I really tells. I can see when it's time to take the money. And that says it's going down to 76,000. Should have just taken my short right there with the stop loss above, but I could see that was going to go down, right? Then we hit the target. I tried to scoop the bottoms. It didn't happen. Cat ears, baby, cat ears. So learn cat ears, all right? And I like to always show this stuff. Like, you can Google this stuff. You can grok it. You can throw it into your AI, and it's going to know what cat ears are. The cat ears pattern, right? Images. Take a look at it. You'll see. So annoying. Brave, your search engine is horrible compared to Google's. I always have to go to Google and do the search. And watch. And then you just say cat ears and, well, that even... Now I'm playing games, right? But anyway, if you go to Google, type in cat ears and trading, you're going to see a beautiful pattern that resembles cat ears. And it's amazing. Google, though. Don't use Brave, apparently. And there it is right there. This is exactly what I'm showing. This is exactly what happened. I mean, it was identical to this. Identical to that. It was textbook cat ears. I don't know what else to say. Why didn't you take this short, Sammy? Well, I got out of a massive long, right? And that was in the morning. I had a bunch of things to do that day. But, yeah, I could have set the short straight. It was I could have. I definitely could have. No reason why I couldn't have just scalped that puppy right back to the downside. Anyway, let's take a look. I am traveling. I'm going through a lot. No excuses, though. I could have hit it. I was busy making $5,000 playing blackjack over here. Hey. And I hope no one judges me for having some fun. You know what I mean? And it's funny, man. I didn't want to lose CryptoFace's money. You know what I mean? The second I won, I had the 6,600 in front of me, and I handed, and to win that big on blackjack, right? Because you get the 2 to 3 odds, and man, I think that's what it is, right? Like $2,000 gets you $3,000. And I think I had like $3,000 up there, gave me $4,000. Maybe a little change, something up and down. Maybe it was like 2,900. You know what I mean? Bob Proctor, yep. I'm so happy that my money comes to me in increasing quantity, multiple sources on continuous levels. Positive mind. Let's go, lifers, 100%. And God is love. I'm going to be texting you. I got your number last night. I will text you this morning. We'll figure it out. All right? And Sean, I need you to make... can someone make me a Telegram group? Maybe Jamie. But Sean, can you tell Jamie to make me a Telegram group just so I can meet some of the lifers, see where they're at, see what they're doing. Hang out with the life. Hang out with the life is over here. Yeah, it would be cool. Just make me a Telegram group and then I'll join it. Send me an invite link. All right. He doesn't drink. He might not be able to control himself, and that's when the real Sam comes out. 100%. Yeah, I don't want my demons coming out, man. I stay away from the alcohol. I learned my lessons now that it brings out a side of me. And also, like, I get sloppy. Like, I don't think I would have played poker as well. I don't know. Maybe. We played by the rules. We did well. Everyone knew what they were doing. It was legit. It was legit. I made one bad move. I split fives. I should have just taken a hit, but I split fives, but it ended up not hurting anybody. I just wanted to. I wanted to split them, you know. As a Christian man, that is gambling. You should repent it. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you, brother. Yeah. He just doesn't drink. Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm so happy and grateful now that my body restored itself to its natural state of good health. Amen. Always, everything and always, baby. God bless you guys. So one thing I want to look at. Oh, there we go. I want to make sure that I sent this link into the trading group, which I'm not sure I did just yet. I ain't getting no rest. And look, I ain't going to miss this stream no matter what. I have to be up at 5:48 in the morning. I fell asleep at about 1:48. I am on 4 hours of sleep. But ain't nothing a couple expressos from Sin City Crypto can't do, baby. Shout out to Sin City Crypto. I'm here in the beautiful studios. As you can see, it's a blessing to be alive here. So anyway, every time the monthly chart has broken out, it's been beautiful, except for this time right here. We did break out. We only got one more push-up, and it turned into a flop easy. So that could happen. I'm not saying it's 100% but I mean, we've got a bullish cross on the monthly stochastics RSI. That's a big deal to me. Definitely watching that. The weekly, too. The fact that the weekly, if you look at the MACD, the weekly has never been this oversold. That was the bear market low right there of July of 2022. So never been this oversold on the weekly ever in the history of BTC. Like, this is a big deal. Something I definitely want to pay attention to, and that's a big cross on the weekly on that MACD. So there's still some signs of a macro bigger move. We're just getting a little bit of a pullback here. But if we lose some key levels on the daily, on the 4 hour, I will have to succeed that we're going further down. I'll be able to figure it out. I know we will. We do this every day, and we have fun doing it. So why not? Let's take a look at the 2-week chart, see what's happening to the 2-week chart. 2-week chart. Previous support is resistance. Bounce right there. We never even made it, right? But that's okay. Remember what I told you. This 2-week chart, that's a bearish sign. Kind of almost could front run the short. The key is to use proper risk management. You front run that short. And that, the sad thing is, like, could this be a bear flag, a rising wedge that breaks to the downside? You can even get like 2 more weeks to the 21 kisses and then boom, Price action's a little weary right now. I have to be honest. It's the short was obvious on the cat ears. But right now we're seeing, are they going to bounce it or are they going to keep dumping it? It always seems to dump during the Bitcoin conference. Like, it's another weird thing. Like, you're at the conference, you're meeting people, and then Bitcoin's always tanking behind the scenes. It's so crazy. Usually waits for the 3rd day, though, not the 2nd day. So when we look at the weekly is, again, this could be a massive wick back to the upside. We got to be careful. They could be setting up for a massive short squeeze here. We just got to, but I don't like the tweezer top of the weekly. Not a good sign. The daily and the double top of the daily time frame, too, not a great sign. And you could say, well, we came right to resistance, which makes sense. We kind of edged it a little bit, and then we hit resistance right there at 79,000, 78.5. Weren't able to hold that key level. We needed to bust up through, closed the weekly candle. You know, we closed a strong candle, but the second we started again, no good. It is a double bottom to me. 3 white soldiers suggest you should have continuation up to at least this bigger resistance at about 86,500, 87K, but there's no guarantees. And look, this is also pretty bearish. Look at the weekly. Oh, actually, no, so sorry. That's all right. The weekly's all right. Remember, every time we crossed the dotted line on the weekly, we actually had a massive pump for Bitcoin. This could end just being a massive wick, and this thing could just go up like we read about. If it happens, I'd like to catch it. I'd like to be the guy that figures it out before it happens. I pray to God that God gives me that insight and I'm able to do it. So sorry for gambling to all the really, really religious people. I repent it. So sorry. But I had fun, man. Like, what else? You can't have a little fun sometimes? Like, what if it's someone else's money? Like, does that still count? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like degenerate gambling is like you're out there spending your family's money. You keep borrowing from people you owe all over. I think that's like, you know, but just took along. Yeah, gratitude is recognizing divine blessings, maintaining a thankful heart regardless of circumstances, and finding a joy in daily life. That is gratitude to God, 100%. Every day there's joy to find. There's no reason to be upset. Everything is blessed. Like today is a blessed day, you know, including my winnings and everything that I'm going through. I'm up like $10,000 today, man. How could I be upset? You know what I mean? So God bless everybody that's kicking it with the lifer. I appreciate it. Also, like, we may just be coming down for a little bit of support, you know? And honestly, this could be a beautiful cup and handle here on the 3-day chart. You get this cup, you get this little handle. You have to come back down to the 3-day, 21-day moving average. It's $72,800. That area right there looks amazing. It looks interesting. Would have been great to short the exact top. The second I sold, when I sell along, that's usually the perfect time to sell. You know what I mean? He said, we all live in sin. No one is perfect. It never counts when it's someone else's money. 100%, right? I enjoyed hearing your story. It's inspirational. God bless you. Thank you. Isn't it trading a little bit like, I don't know. I mean, yes. I mean, you're using your money to see if you can make more money. You know, tech equities are going to crash. The divergence of the commodities broad is insane. I'm going to pull Bitcoin down. The Wyckoff stage where it shows an upthrust and a bottom. I think that speculation isn't, you know, even though I usually tell people don't to do that, that speculation is pretty high. The stock market's getting pumped so hard. When that crashes, could Bitcoin go down with it? I mean, it makes sense, right? If Bitcoin didn't get the pump with it, you'd have to think it's going to get the dump with it. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't, like, you know, it pumped. I mean, that's actually not true. They both pumped, but Bitcoin was so low. So the 3-day chart's starting to show me that we may come back down to 72,800. Remember, I was bearish in my update last night that I gave you guys at around 11 o'clock your time. I think it was about 8:30, 8:45 my time. Felt strange. Like, sometimes, you know, my mind was like a little off, but I knew what I was seeing. This also got that cup and handle vibe with that falling wedge to the downside. This is the daily time frame. So let's take a look. Big trade, small trade, what are we doing over here? Well, the cat ears played out to the downside. You have support and resistance right here where you're kind of coming to. That's support at 75,000, 74.9, 74.8, 865, 74,865, right? So, let's bring this trend line. You definitely broke the trend line, which tells you that you can break down. And again, when you break the trend line of a rising wedge, all right, when you break the trend line of a rising wedge, you come right back down, usually to the beginning of the trend line, where you would get this massive double bottom, possible push to the upside, right? So that's an area you want to look at, and then you want to draw a Fibonacci from this low, pull it up, and you want to look for a divergence here, somewhere at 6618. You want to look for a scoop, you know, some bull div. Maybe we even wick to the 786, which kind of mirrors that area, 67,000. What if we go to 67.8? Wreck all the longs, get the bounce, right? So I'd be honing in on this area. It's also the naked point of control there at 70,676. The NOC, or the NPOC, but the point of control right there, you can see it. It's a big deal. So you have a lot of confluence there. You have a lot of resistance. You have a bounce. You have the 618. You have the POC, $70,700, 70,800. An area I may be looking at for a possible long, too, if we get a move further to the downside. So that's something you got to think about. Now, do you enter the short right now with a stop above here? We're going to see how the smaller time frames look. You're getting pretty close to the 21. What I see happening, honestly, is a possible shoulder. This is like a king head, a right shoulder. Then we start to dump to the downside. This would wreck the shorts nicely, get them, you know, wreck the longs nicely, and then we get the follow through to the downside and take all the longs out that believe we're going to go on this massive tear. It looked like we were gonna. 100%. Like, if we didn't make that double top, I would have said, let's keep going. And I say to you guys, like, everything matters. Like, every day the charts change. It's just like playing chess with someone. The board looks the same right now. They move three pieces, one piece, two pieces. Sometimes it's a piece. And the board has changed. You can't make the same move you were about to make before when the board has changed. And this is what people don't understand about technical analysis and about, people that are pro TA, someone that does trading for a living every single day of their life. We're looking at the parameters here of the technical analysis, and we're taking whatever the market gives us as it gives it to us. We know that in an hour things can change. Sometimes you see a flag, it's like you're going to break up. Things go your way. Now, I'm surprised we didn't get this magnetic push up to the 200 moving average. To me, that's strange. We usually do get it. But the support and resistance is strong. All right? Look at that, too. Like, right there, we have a resistance. Right, we had a bounce right there. And that's exactly where we came from. You always look left, and you're going to see if you have a tweezer bottom. It could be a year ago, 2 years ago. It doesn't matter. That's March of 2025. You got to start thinking that, something's coming down. So, interesting. So I tried the long. Didn't work out too well. Just this morning to see if we could get the bounce. Look how ugly that is. I mean, that's a double top on the 12-hour, too. That wick told you. Once that wick even came there, front run that short to the downside. Shout out to anyone that shorted. I did see a bunch of lifers in the money. I did give a short update. I may have made a long at 4 in the morning trying to catch a quick bottom scalp. But it was a bottom scalp. I should have explained it was a bottom scalp, less money. And always use proper risk management. If you can't handle your risk, you're going to go down. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be a good idea. Also, that 1 hour head and shoulder, it was a shoulder, head and shoulder. That thing's breaking down. So do we continue to short this? Honestly, I have to be honest. One of the first times in a while, like, price action looks really odd. I almost need to delete it. And I got to delete this on the 4 hour and just try to look at it fresh again. I got to say that, this is your rising wedge with resistance. And you broke it. I mean, you broke this trend line. You broke it on the daily. You broke it everywhere. That's a break in trend. That's just like a breakout here. I could see this punch up to the 200 moving average now. So here's the deal. I'm kind of figuring it out now. I get it. And look, the model played out on the 1 hour time frame. Had I just flipped the charts upside down last night, it would have told me exactly what to do. Look at that. That's the play right there. So I just, my mind was a little off. I didn't have all my facets. I could have been more on point there. Let's see. Bro, I'm becoming much better reading the chart. I don't know why. Maybe because I watch live every day. Maybe it's because I joined the 99. Let's go, Sam. You rock, buddy. Hey, just maybe. Are you serious? Is Trump live again? No, don't say anything. Now, they want to open this trade. It looks like it's bullish for Bitcoin, bearish for oil, but I don't know, man. Let's take a look at oil right now. Oil looks like it's going to go on a tear. Looks like something's going to happen, and we're going to get a move for oil. I've been actually, look at there. There was the model for oil. What a beautiful trade to the upside. I'm looking for this to do the same thing. So I'm starting to pay attention to oil. When Bitcoin gets bearish, I start paying attention to oil. I mean, it's just, this is like a new strategy. You got to start using new strategies when the market changes. This is the Iran-Hormuz strategy. As we are shooting, this live. Yeah, okay. Always give me the link, Grog. Always give me the link. Don't play me, man. Don't tell me Trump's live and not give me the link. All right? This guy never sleeps. Trump is I feel like Trump right now. I'm always live. Goes to bed, wakes up. Crazy, right? Okay. Yeah. So we got the word on the street. We got Trump live right now here. Right now, it's just live footage. Nothing really crazy happening right now. I guess he will go live at one point. Trump welcomes King Charles and Queen to the White House for state visit. I don't know if he's going to say anything much, right? I'm going to leave that alone for now. So, see how my model works on the daily and on the 4 hour time frame? I didn't take it. I wish I had flipped that upside down. I would have seen a perfect entry. And so you can trade short just like we trade long, the exact same way. You flip the chart, you draw this is my strategy, man. The Sammy strategy, bro. It's classic. You could put a stop loss below. Look at this is a really nice trade here. You see? Now you're like, well, how do I get in? Sam, it already happened. So you look for flags on like the 15-minute. The 15-minute will flag out and give you a continuation pattern that you can take further to the upside. All right, it is Tuesday, right? A better day to trade. We usually get a good move. If it's bearish, it goes bearish. If it's bullish, it goes bullish. Yeah, so both of these tell me that we can get up to about 70 or to the 73.5, right? And look, the 1 minute probably crossed the 200 moving average. And look, there's my same sauce right there. So it's interesting. The sauce was on the 1 hour and the 1 minute. When you get that, it's almost like a have to take trade, right? Because you got the same exact pattern on the 1 minute and the 1 hour time frame. Very, very, very bearish for Bitcoin. I'm upside down, just so you know. Just want to make that clear. And look, it looks so much neater when you're, but look at that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside. Okay? So we watch the 15-minute for another flag to the downside, and it looks like it's going to do this. Actually, it might even just continue to. This might be a complete decimation here, but we're getting oversold in stochastics, and even the RSI is getting pretty low there on the 15. 1 hour is in free fall right now, looking to take out these longs very, very fast. So just be careful. I lost $162. Don't be like me and lose $100. All right, and I made $5,000 trade. It's so funny, man. So I'm still up regardless, right? Tether dominance is also rising. Yep, MP live stream today. Thank you. God bless you, bro. So let's take a look at this. Getting tight inside this 15-minute, and looks like it's going to go further to the downside. So it looks like there could be a nice continuation short if you're looking to take it with a stop loss above 76,005, 76,480. So this is what I would be looking at for a move here to the downside. It's a 2.6 to 3 risk-reward ratio. Ain't bad at all. Looks pretty interesting. Let's take a look at tether dominance. Someone said it's looking interesting as well. Let's take a look at tether dominance. And make sure I'm probably upside. No, I'm not upside down. There we go. Okay. Wow. So if you can see, it's on a bit of a tear. It had a shoulder, head, right shoulder, boom to the upside. It's kind of like, you could even look at it on the monthly. Because it's gonna just, that's kind of creepy. It would be nice if it double tops, right, and gets resistance. I don't know. The monthly looks almost somewhat bullish. Look at the 3-day for tether dominance. I hate to be honest here, but this doesn't look great for Bitcoin. Like, that's a bit of a bull flag, right? And that looks like it's going to break out. This is telling us that there's going to be a massive, something's going on. Maybe Tether goes up with Bitcoin, but I'm really very rare that that's going to happen. That says there's a big move coming to the upside on Tether dominance. I don't know. That's a bit sketch. Very sketchy, actually, to be honest. Very sketchy. So, I don't know what to tell you guys and girls, but that's not a great sign for Bitcoin. You have to take that and realize, there's a really strong support. We bounced off it. That's a bull flag on the 3-day. Look at the curvature of the stochastics RSI. Again, anything could happen. Straight Hormuz, this turns into a right shoulder. They dump it right back down. Bitcoin saves the day. But right now, I'd be very wary of a Bitcoin dump right now. I'd be waiting for a Bitcoin dump. Tether dominance looks like it's about to skyrocket. It looks very bullish on the daily. If I could trade it, I could. Can you trade tether dominance? Do they have that as an option? Funny. Yeah, he says oil has the same 3-day bear bull flag. Let's take a look at oil on the 3-day chart. My favorite chart to look at. So it would tell me that maybe I should take this oil trade to the upside. Oh yeah, oil doesn't. Someone said oil has the same 3-day. I don't see it. That's not almost like a bullish retest on oil. Yeah, look at the 15-minute, right? You can do this. What you want to see is oil consolidate tight here. So I got to be honest, man. It looks like something's going on. And Trump did just tweet. Let's take a look at it. He said something out here. We got some quick, updates. And just I don't trade news. I want to make that clear. But information is fun to learn about cryptocurrency, right? Cointelegraph. In $266 million in long positions were liquidated on Bitcoin as it plunged below $76,000, right? So that's why you want to. I only lost 160 of that. I wasn't in that. Iran has just informed us they are in a state of collapse. They want us to open the Hormuz Strait as soon as possible as they try to figure out their leadership situation, which I believe they will be able to do. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. And God bless America, man. So, yeah, that's the first thing coming in right now. Somewhat controversy there. Very interesting. All right. Bitcoin 2026 is trending right now. End the war without nuclear deal. Possibly. I don't know. And there's Cynthia Loomis. She was at Bitcoin. I saw her actually during there. Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill gets marked up in May. We're going to get it to the finish line. Clarity incoming. If we get liquidity in May, it's going to change the game. It really is. It really is. Yeah, whale pro pass entry, man. The whales, man. The whales, baby. The whales. So crazy. Remover. No bears. See that? No bears allowed. They had no, this, no that. No bears, baby. No bears. Don't bring your outside food and drinks. Don't bring your bears. Funny. This is great. Illegal Tales is doing a really good job of keeping it up. Keeping it going. Been amazing. Shout out to everyone that kicked it with me, too. I'll be showing you live what it's like. I'll be interviewing people, having a blast. Hope the internet's pretty awesome. Shout out, look, Carl Lemieux, man, doing racing. He's 2 for 3 in May. Hey, man, he's doing something he's never done, so. Gratitude for another beautiful day to be alive, man. It is what it is. I just want to see OPEC. I don't know, why is OPEC trending? So, breaking, UAE leaving OPEC, the Organization of the Petroleum Export Countries. Now it will have no limits on oil production. Millions of barrels will flood the market. Looks like something extremely bad is coming. If, OPEC just took a huge blow. The UAE is leaving after nearly 60 years to change the structure of the oil market. OPEC only works if members hold back supply. The UAE no longer wants to do that after spending years expanding capacity. There's not one country exiting. It raises a bigger question. Why should others stay? And that thinking spreads. OPEC loses control and becomes just another producer. If that thinking, the time is fragile, supply risks are already high, and coordination is now weakening. That's crazy, right? That means one thing: more volatility. Price may soften over time, but swings will get sharper. The bigger shift is already happening. Oil is moving from a controlled system to a competitive one, where geopolitics matter more than quotas. So UAE just left OPEC after 60 years. This means now no limits on oil production or sales. Cheaper prices, lower inflation, QE, money printing, more oil. This is good news for Bitcoin and risk assets, right? Funny, the charts don't convey that at all, right? That's not what we're seeing. And Ton just launched agentic wallets. AI agents on Telegram can now hold funds and transact on-chain simultaneously. This follows Ton being in the headlines last week by partnering with Polymarket and the Jupiter Exchange. Ton blockchain are not messing around, funny. In America, we don't say messing about, CFTC integrates AI to automate crypto registration and surveillance. The commodity futures trade is developing artificial intelligence to process cryptocurrency registration applications and monitor global trading data. Chairman Mike Sillig confirms that the agency is using Microsoft Copilot and proprietary in-house tools to offset a 20% reduction in federal staffing. This automation effort follows new joint taxonomy guidance with the SEC designed to provide definitive clarifications for digital assets. All right. Interesting. Follow me on X at CryptoLifer33. We're blowing up. We just got 400 followers overnight out there. I appreciate that. So let's get back into the live trades now. But just wanted to kind of go over this data. It's interesting. I didn't know about OPEC until this morning. I think it's something we all should know about if you're going to be trading Bitcoin and oil. Still looks somewhat bullish for oil, but maybe we get a right shoulder. I don't know, man. It's weird. That news would make me think oil is going to tank. And Bitcoin could go right back to the upside. I lost 162, baby, 162. So now let's take a look. Could the 1 minute get a bounce here off bull div? Let me finish my top down. So right now I'm more bullish than bearish off Bitcoin, but I will watch it. What if we get this kind of shoulder, head, right shoulder, get the bounce? What if the 1 minute gets above the 200 moving average? I'll take my trade. So we'll see. I'm just going to wait patiently to see if I have an opportunity. And I usually, funny, last time in Nashville, I went pretty hard. Last time I was in Vegas, you know what it is? Nashville wasn't too bad because I was in the same time zone, man. When I get those 3 hours off, it really messes me a little bit. And, 8 o'clock is your 11. When I go to bed at 12, it's 3 o'clock. When I wake up at 4 in the morning, it's 7 in the morning. It's just weird. You know what I mean? So, Sam, the UAE leaving OPEC is actually huge. We were stuck pumping $3 million a barrel under quotas built for the other economies. Now we can push to $5 million and unlock $50 billion extra a year. I love it. I mean, that's got to lower the price. And the price of oil goes down, it's cheaper to deliver goods and services. It helps inflation, right? And if inflation, and then that helps Bitcoin, risk-on assets become more attractive. People aren't, running into oil. It's an interesting concept right off the bat, right? So I'm still bearish right now, everyone, and it does look like we're dropping. Let's take a look at the smaller time frames. Is there yeah, even right here, I mean, that looks like a flag right there. Let me look at this and flip it upside down again. I don't know. I'll just watch it. If it fills the flag, we take it. It could make a nice right shoulder, come back, and we get our model. So we'll set some traps. We'll wait it out. We'll be patient. And if we get the right signal at the right time, I'll definitely give it to you. And I'll show you what I'm doing. Yesterday, we made that awesome trade. That would have been great right there had I seen that. That was at 2,200 hours. And, oh, yeah, that was at, so that was at about, 10 o'clock on the dot, right when I started the show, right? Yeah. Unbelievable. Right when I was getting the lighting ready. But it's okay. You can't, if you have a signal, sometimes you miss your own signal. I agree. Woke up at 4 a.m. today. Dang, man. Our break even is $50, so we can manage flexibly when it comes to oil prices. Patience is key. Love is in the air everywhere I look around. Love you, man. Peak oil demand is coming from 2030s. Smart money moves before the music stops. Interesting. Yesterday in Bitcoin Census was talking, did anyone else see? There's so many people jealous of me because they don't have the views, man. I don't listen to people that are jealous, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. We took a huge trade and we nailed it. It doesn't matter. I show big trades, we hit the gains. Like, there's nothing else you can say. Like, I thought Andy was nice to me. He was always super nice. I don't even believe that. I'm not going to listen to that. Maybe you're trying to just plug him and try to get me to say his name. I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah. If you can find the clip and send it to me. Yeah. Yeah, today's the day to be roaching out. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Yeah. If you can find the clip, send it to me at cryptolifers@gmail. I just want to see. I like to be privy if I know, because I don't want to be nice to someone that's nasty. You know what I mean? No reason to do that. Like, I'm a nice guy, but like, why get scolded for being nice? Like, we want to see. Oh, sorry. Yep. Yeah. So we want to see this thing move to the upside. Not, I'm just joking with you. We want to see this thing move down, right? This looks likely here. Can't put the stop on the 200 though, which is like, but that's starting to tell me that we're going to dump. I mean, you can kind of see shoulder, head, right shoulder there, even though it's a drunken slanted, hard to see. We fall into the zone here. And then the 1 minute, honestly, is starting to look like bearish right off the bat too. Like, I see us just forming a bear flag at the present moment in time. A little bit of bull div that could bounce us, but, And don't expect anyone to understand your strategy. Like, it's not for them to understand. Unless you're going to sit there and really learn with me, you're not going to understand it. Yeah, I personally heard him say Sam has better reviews because he has better... I don't know, man. Andy's been nothing but nice to me. Nothing but nice to me. That guy's a beautiful guy. That guy's a beautiful person, man. I remember, like, I've had him on my channel before, right? We've hung out. Yeah. God bless OG Johnny Blaze, man. You're funny, bro. Oh my God. Hey, let's keep it cartoon. You know what I mean? Let's keep it cartoon over here. Is what we used to say back in the day. Let's keep it cartoon, man. I could see a bounce either way. I'd be careful right now. I'd watch. I want to look for some more information before I take a trade. And maybe maybe my mind's not perfect for it right now. Ooh, that's right. It all looks like it's about to take a dump. I have to be honest. Like, it just actually wicked down again. Sorry, I got to get out. It just wicked down again a little bit too. Yeah, I just refuse to believe anyone in my life is mean to me because God has put only the best people in my life. If you're mean to me and rude to me, I can't see you. You don't exist to me. You know what I mean? Sammy, refresh weeks. It looks frozen. Thank you, bro. I don't know if it is, but maybe it is. Yeah. No, it's all right. It was just paused, you know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you, brother. So, yeah. Oh, man, that looks like an M. I gotta say, that looks bearish, man. Yeah, you trade that bullishly or you trade it bearishly. I want to be perfect on the trade. I try to get perfect sometimes instead of like, just going in. You can go in and open up the trade. I like to see if I can get it exactly where I want it. But man, I can still see how this could kind of create an inverted head and shoulder. Yeah, but I don't know, man. It looks sketchy. And maybe lack of sleep also gets me not to pull the trigger. And you can learn from me. Like, if you didn't get the perfect night of sleep, maybe you wait it out. You know what I mean? What I'd like to see is the flag fill out. If the flag fills out, it makes more sense to me that we're going to make a move to the downside. Something like this. It's a 2.5 risk-reward ratio. It ain't the worst. Actually, let's drag it right there. It's 2.7. And I typed the numbers in just so I can see the trade, too. So the target is going to be $75,063, right? And then the stop loss is going to be at 75,926. All right. We're going to drag this on over. I would like a 300. 300 for 750. Let's see how this plays out. So we want to get a bounce back to the top of the channel. We want this to kind of round off and dump, right? You trade the 5 minute, you could trade the 1 minute. I like the 1 minute a little bit more right now. But we'll see. I'm not making a trade right now. I just want to make that clear, everybody. I'm sitting on my hands. I could see how this could, that news, that OPEC news is bullish for Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? Let me go back to the 1 hour. Look at that. That's an inverted head and shoulder now with a cup and handle. You see? You see how it could go either way, but you got to just be able to, you got to be ready to flip it. Yeah. Crypto Live for self-taught market analyst. Thank you, man. Got to manipulate the market to keep it interesting. Otherwise, it becomes boring. 100%. Wait for the 2 hour candle to print. And, oh yeah, let's take a look at something else. I don't like the look of that, but hey, I got to be, I got to keep that in the back of my mind. Let's take a look at Bybit and see what's happening to Bybit here. No, I'm using the Bybit spot. I'm messing with you. But let's take a look at what's happening on the, I want to see the 2 hour. I like the daily coming to the 21 to retest support and resistance. So it's not all bearish. Like, what if this OPEC news changes the game? What if we get a bounce here? This turns into an ascending triangle and we still lift to the upside. We're still above a resistance right now and holding that as support. If we close a daily candle below 75, I'm bearish, and it's likely we're going to drop to 71,000. So you close the daily candle below this resistance, below this support, we're going to have some issues. But what I like is the 21's really close to price, and I'll be honest, we get a bounce there a lot. Look at your 2 hours right on the 200 moving average. We could get a bounce here, folks. That's what I was attempting to do earlier today, is get this bounce. And, the cat ears made its target. That's the target of the cat ears. Absolutely perfect. It's crazy how price action does what it's supposed to do. People are confused. Like, everyone should have got liquidated yesterday. It was cat ears, right? I ended up getting in here on the long trying to get the bounce. I did not long this and get liquidated with everybody. I want to make that clear. I called it a definite short there on cat ears. Sam, trying to begin with a dream and made it happen. Dedication. He read Mark Twain, a remarkable writer and philosopher. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. 100%. Looks like a chat with green and red candles. You're funny. Very likely we get an up just to sweep the shorts before a move down. UK time allowed me to grab the short early this morning. Thanks to your sauce, Sammy. So see, people still learned and took the short. Love to watch you. What paper platform should I use as a beginner? I think, we should start demo trading on weeks. All right? And even for someone like me, you go to futures here, you go down to demo trading. Even someone like me, it's good to what you want to say. I want to start using $1 million positions. I moved from 300,000 to $1 million positions. I could do it on demo trading for a month straight and see how I do, see how I handle it. And if it works out, I do it again 2 months, really 90 days. I think you should give a strategy 90 days of demo trading. Most people don't want to do that. They want the money. They got the angst. They can't, when the pumps, they want, But you got to learn a skill before you can move on. It's very similar to if you want to join a video game competition, right? You don't just go to the video game competition and try to win the competition. No. Not at all, right? It's definitely not what you do. You learn, you practice at home first. You get really good, and then you join the video game competition. Agreed? 100%. And it's very similar when it comes to trading BTC. So here's the deal, folks. If the 1 hour makes, is it going to, yeah, see, I was looking for the tweezers. I took the tweezer bottom last night. I think I got in right there, yeah. I was in the money. I just want to make it clear. I was in the money. About probably only $180, but I was in the money, man, and then, then I wasn't. Had I done my regular scheduled day, I think I would have been awake almost there. Yeah, it's 10. I don't know. So what I'm looking for now, there's a lot of chop here that could hold price action. We're looking to see if the 1 hour and the 2 hour. We're looking to see if the 2 hour can hold the 200 moving average. And we're looking to see if the 1 hour can close a candle next to it. And if it closes next to it, we get this bounce, right? The retest, the bounce. And look, that's going to look like an inverted head and shoulder to the upside. So what I'm looking for now is a possible long, right? And again, well, that's an obvious inverted head and shoulder. Hold on, let's go back to the 1 minute here. Yeah, if I had the moment to take that, that's an obvious inverted. Like, that's supposed to break up the length of the pole here. I'll wait for it to get to the 200, but that's very likely going to bounce, right? At least back to this area. I mean, 70% of it's 68. I round it to 70. It's a 70% chance you're going to break out at least to the target at 76,000. All right? People can't see this stuff, but it's right in front of you. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? You can play yourself all you want. You can act like it doesn't exist. You can go with the whole patterns don't exist game. Like, you can go play that game. See how it works out for you when you see a head and shoulder and you refuse to, and you go long. You know what I mean? And again, what if this dumps in my face? Like, it's not, you don't know what's going to happen for sure, but this is what happens most of the time. It's just like blackjack. When the guy's got a 5 and you got a 2, you hit. When he's got a 5 and you got a 3, you don't hit, right? I think that's how it works, you know? The 12 hits, the 3 doesn't hit, right? Because you could get an 8 or a 9, keep you in the game, right? You got, you're kind of closer to that bone. Again, if you got a 17 and he's showing a 9, you can surrender. When we were playing, you could surrender, and it gave you a 4% edge because you could surrender and only lose half the money when you knew that it was unlikely you were going to win. It's a really cool thing, man. I never seen it. I didn't know you could surrender. So they had surrender there, which was, it actually changes the game. Like, any edge you can get as a player, like, that's a big deal. Nice little battle here now. Again, I think this OPEC news is, how could this not affect Bitcoin in somewhat of a bullish manner here and give us a pump to the upside? Definitely a confusing day to figure out the markets. But that's why, look, I didn't do anything yet. I'm still just addressing what's happening. Maybe this does come, you know what I mean? But right now, that's a clean breakout. Looks like an inverted head and shoulder. What you would look at now is if it starts to get tight, we should either get a pump or it gets tight. If it gets tight and the 21 gets into that, same way the monthly. See, the 1 minute works just like the monthly. All the bigger and smaller time frames, they work exactly the same. People don't realize that. We were really going over that yesterday in depth, right? We were talking about how all the time frames are exactly the same. All right? Technically, that would be I believe that's a good entry with a stop below this wick. But you do whatever makes you happy. All right? But hey, look, that to me says you're going up to the 200 moving average there. And we may get my model. So if I get my model, I will trade it. We'll break above here. We'll flag out. We'll do something like this. The 21 will come into play. That will be a beautiful trade. The 200 comes on up. I can use the point of control and the 200 as my stop position and all this chop here. I can keep my stop loss right around here, and I can go for the long back. I can already see the trade like way before it happens. Like, I can see the market. All right? I can see the market. Subconscious mind, like, you train your subconscious mind, and you don't even have to think about this. It'll just do it on its own. Your brain will completely do it on its own. You know what I mean? Sorry, I got phased out for some reason on my little three-quarter jack. I'll show you how you can use this bars pattern. It's interesting. It's not the best, right? But you can like mess around with how price might go and give yourself an idea. Like, then it's going to move up and consolidate. It's going to bounce. It should make it bigger. I think you can expand it at the beginning. I don't know. But so, yeah, this is kind of like something that we're looking for here for Bitcoin. I don't know about this stuff, but, it does say we get to 77,000. Inverted head and shoulder hit exactly like it was supposed to, folks. Exactly like it was supposed to. Went to the exact target. Did exactly what it was supposed to do. I even said you get in right there, stop loss below. Why didn't I take it? I don't know. I could have taken it. I'm a little off today. Damn, I really actually did want to take the shoulder. But it's okay. But look, I did identify a trade. Anybody nail that? Anybody just nail that? Anyone out there just nail that trade? I mean, that's a beautiful trade. That's all I need. 75.8 up to 75.990. It's a $190 move, but man, position right with proper risk, right? Double top at a bearish flag of the higher time frame. Let's get this pump, which will be a problem with other media. Yeah, exactly. With Iran claiming it now controls it, what gets through? Perhaps we're making a large bull flag on the 4-hour time frame. Samuel, what's itinerary today at the convention? I have no idea. I don't do that. I'm not good at that stuff. Yeah. What I do want to do is I want to check in with Sean. Wow, we're going to have a crazy the Luma. Thank you, man. And Mr. Allen. Hello, Mr. Allen. Hold your short. Anything can happen. Yes, Sammy. I was spotting it a while back. Anyone just take that? Anyone take the call on the inverted head and shoulder? He said he shorted his law, and that means you got wrecked. If you shorted that, you just got wrecked. So, I don't know. It's not funny. Today's my son's birthday, man. God bless your son, man. Maybe have a wonderful day. His wonderful father, Kazar. God bless you, brother. Sam will take the trade soon and hit 1,000. Yeah, we won't stress it. We might get a short pump and then dump. Anything is possible. Glad I got into AI USD call because it delisted on weeks. Oh, no. Oh, no. They trapping. No. We're going to figure this out. I mean, I called the inverted head and shoulder there. I was able to see what they were going to do before they did it. That's okay. We're still really far from the 200 here on the 5-minute chart. So, not the best, but I like to see us get a little bit of a move further to the upside. Yeah, this is just the instrumental version. Sorry that I gave you the other one. It's a little too much for me. This reminds me of my parents, man. I edited a video to this. It's a YouTube track that crushes me, man. I went home to see my mom and dad. I edited this little video and man. I almost feel like it's remote chief birthday. Oh. How does that not come up? I'm the remote chief, man. That's weird. That should come up, right? Anyway. Funny. Oh, man. Day trading live. So far, so good. That was a nice move, folks. Eventually, it's got to flag out again to get back above the 200. Usually we got to see this do something. It's got to come back to that 21-day moving average here on the 1-minute time frame. Watch the 21. Watch as this happens. Just watch. If price action makes this perfect little, and it might bounce, but if it makes this perfect little move here, bang, that's exactly what I did yesterday, you remember? So now what we do is we start setting up. And what do I mean by that? Well, I start projecting kind of what I want to see. This is quantum theory. You want the world to bend to your reality, right? So create 100 realities, only take the one that makes sense. You can even say, it's kind of like if a man was looking for a woman, he could say, this is how I want her to respond when I talk to her. When I first meet her, I want to ask these questions. I would like to hear this type of aura, maybe, this type of energy, right? You draw out the energy of the woman that you would like to meet. Then you meet women, you talk to them, and then you ask a few questions, and if they answer it, I'm not saying they have to be but if they get that vibe, if they're you know what I mean? You could have certain ideas about who you'd want to be with. And then if they fit that criteria, you're like, man, I think I found someone that I desire, right? So very similar in trading, okay? Here too, so that's a trade I'd like to take. Here's the trade that could get us there. I don't like to trade below the 200 moving average. I used to do it. I just wait now for that not to happen. Could this just end up dumping on us? It could. It was a very small move. It hit the measured move exactly where it was supposed to hit. Are we going to 54,000? That's what everybody believes. Let's take a look. I'm going to run a poll here today. Which happens, all right? Which happens first? 84K? 84K. Which happens first for Bitcoin, right? And I'm going to ask people this today, too, I think, around and see what they say. And we'll give you guys 84K or 54K. Which happens first? I'd like to see what you guys think. Love from Jordan. Shout out to everybody around the world. We got people from around the world, folks, in many different corners of the world, all around the globe, man. We got our beautiful... Look, we get capped at 1,200 people. Every single day, we get capped at exactly... How does a channel that has all sorts of new people coming in, constantly never misses a day, all the time... You're the best, Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen. Thank you for being here, Mr. Allen. God bless you, bro. Remind me of the Matrix. I don't know why I'm getting weird today. I think it's because my mind's, 58 to a cool meme. So let's take a look. What are people thinking? 61% chance right now, say 84K. 39% say 54,000. Definitely a poll I would like to touch on. Like, it would get me going if I saw that poll. I'd be like, ooh. So look, they gave it all right back, which is great. So what you do now, all right, we got a couple ideas here. You pull a fib from this wick to this wick, and it does look like we had bounced. Sorry, I'm upside down, right? Yeah. About to say, no, I'm not upside down. About to say, why did I do that? There we go. I mean, that was almost a 786. That's a 618 right there. That's a 618 right off to the upside. That's beautiful. Right off the 21-day moving average and the 618. You pull that, you get into the 618. That's a 618 scalp right there. You just got to be able to pull that trigger, though. So now, look, this is what I'm talking about. Now we can make the flag that gets us back above the 200 moving average, if possible. The second I said that, it started to, play games. So still no trade yet. We did see a move. All right, we know what we want to do. We have some projections and ideas on the 1 hour, but I still want to be tentative. Shout out to DEXE. I want to take a look at DEXE. Kept going. DEXE, we gave it to you guys at $3.50. I talked about it in the trading group. It's been one of the, oh wow, so it pumped and dumped. Pumped up to 15 out the flag, and then with Bitcoin, kind of starts to play games there. This OPEC news has got things kind of weird. That's breaking a trend. In my mind, it has to either get back inside or it's playing games. The daily looks okay. I'd like to see it go sideways for a little bit first, though. You could wait for the 21 to get a little closer. And you might just get like 2 or 3 more days inside the nose here before this starts to break out. This has been very bullish, folks. Look at the line it's been on. It's pretty crazy. Let me take a look at the 3 days. Isn't too far from the 21. That's also a sign of... my moving averages. What took you so long over here? Hey, Johnny, fix the moving averages. The 3-day doesn't look too far. It could have some type of consolidation, though. I don't like to chase. That'd be a great time to sell. If 2 more candles go sideways, even 1 more green there, they would entice me to take a long on the daily time frame, though. They really would. So we'll see. Let's take a look at coin market cap, see what's happening on the markets today. Pudgy Penguins, back to 10 cents. It was just at 8 cents. It's up 36% in the last 24 hours. This new coin, remember this coin? I talked about this thing. It's called like BINANCE Life or something. And like the only way I have to like click on the ad on this stuff because otherwise I can't even see it. I actually was somewhat bullish on it at 41 cents. Where is it now? 38, still at around the same place. I did some TA a while back. I want to see like what it did. Yeah, I did some TA right here, if you remember. We flagged it out right here. We got a nice pump from 35 all the way back to 54. Pulled back. Let me take a look at the 4-hour. Really strange pattern, I have to be honest with us. You know, almost never really used to something like this. It's a bit odd, but in my mind, it is still somewhat of a flag. I can't tell you what to do, but this thing looks interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does get a bigger move. Is it a meme? Like, what the heck is it? That's a good question. Let's take a look. I believe it's just a meme, but Binance Life. Binance co-founder Hai Yi copy-pasted a response on Twitter using Jason Jen regarding a parody suggesting by banned Chinese internet celebrity Hu Shenwei about Apple Life and Android Life meme. The BNB community spontaneously CTO'd this meme coin, expressing their aspiration for a better life. Meanwhile, Star, the founder of OKX Wallet and Exchange, and Jess, the founder of Base, played significant roles in the continued spread of this project. So it has some big players behind it for whatever reason. And it's been on my radar. And I'm kind of honing in on it. Like, it's interesting. Fine, I hit the wrong MEXC link there. It's interesting. This thing looks like it could moon. I'd be very careful, right? I'm not trying to, tell you what to do with your money. But this thing looks like it could take a pretty nice move to the upside. It looks interesting to me. I'm thinking I could transfer some money into spot here, and we could get it in, right? $179,000 kept on MEXC. I have no stress. No, it's been there for a long time. 1,000 sold, 27,000. I got 17 racks in Tetherinos. Now, transfer. I was about to say, like, where is my spot? Spot to futures? No. No. Hold on. It should just be ready to go in spot. I might have it in earn, though, right now, and that's why I have to take it out. I kind of like this trade here. Available, $67. From fiat to spot. No, I don't have. That's not. It has to be from wallet. I got futures money that I could send in there for now. All right, I could send in $1,500. I'm willing to take a $700 hit if this takes a 50% loss. You know what I mean? I'm willing to do that. Like, and again, don't do what you see me, please. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. It's just a reality TV show of my life, what I'm doing, the fun I'm having, the stuff that I like to do on a general basis, some of the risks that I do take. Look, they got it on Aster, Beyond Life, right? Beyond Life. I've never bought a ticker that is written in Chinese. I almost find that interesting. It just, that rounded bottom looks like, when you get above that there's a pump there. Anyway, I could easily get wrecked on this. Be very careful. I'm going to be very careful here. But I'm going to buy about, I'm on futures now, right? I think they gave me futures. Yeah, they futured me. So did they only have a futures market? No, I feel like they have it on spot. I just don't know how to find it on spot. Yeah, I don't want to trade futures. I guess I could go 1x on futures, right? No, okay, I'm spot. Oh, wow, they made spot look just like futures finally. I've been asking for this for a long time, man. I love that. So now you can play just like a futures trade. 0.86. This is how every exchange should be. All the exchanges I work with, you better just set up the spot to look just like futures. Why do you make it so hard to trade spot? I never understand that. You know what I mean? I go to 86, I make $1,800. I like it, man. I like it. I'm gonna buy in here. I can't believe I'm buying a speculative meme, but something tells me something's going on with this coin. I've been watching it on the come up. It pulled back. Looks interesting to me. And again, who knows? Who knows? Did I get the position? Highest bid available. Did I get the position? Like, now I have to figure out, did I get the position? Buy, maker, fee, 0. Wow. So I was the maker, average fill price. I did get filled. Okay. Yeah, now you go to sell, and if you have it to sell, then you know you got it. Yeah, I got $1,100 of this Chinese coin, man. I feel like Crypto Face. Chinese. The Chinese coin. He messes around. He's always. I don't want to mess. I love people of all walks and colors. He's so funny, man. Guy is a really good time to hang out with. Like, if CryptoFace asked you to play high-stakes poker, would you say no? Like, would you say no? Would you show up and play high-stakes poker, man? Let's get real. Dude, this looks bullish to me. I may break my rules today and trade below the 200, which is weird. I know. It's a bit odd. You know what I'll do, though, is I'll swing to the 30-second. It looks like, yeah, oh, wow. The 5-second, man, we're like right on the 200 on both of these. 30-second is looking like, whenever I see this real tight lately, that's a punch. Stop loss below the wick. I think it's worth taking a shot. Let's see here. Tell him, and this is what I was telling you, right? We have to have the flag that will punch us above the 200. Then we can get the gap away from the 21. This is about to break my rules here. I'm about to break my rules and trade below the 200, folks, which is a bit odd for me. Stop below the wick there. It's a 2.41 risk-reward ratio. I'm going up to 76,488. All right. Stop is going to be at about 75 777s. That's crazy, right? The 777s in the trade. And I'm going to go 232 for $600. Let's wait, though. We got a little bit of a wick there. Let's see what's about to happen. Come back down to the bottom of the pattern. That would make it a 3-to-1 if I can get a better price. See, a couple hundred, like $50 changes the entire trade from 2.6 to 3. Lately, I've had to hit this more than once. I don't know why. On the style, I have to keep hitting always show stats. Used to save that, but it may be just because I'm using browsers and stuff. I don't know. So, yeah, this is the next trade that I'm looking for, folks. I'm in right now. I like this bounce off the 21. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. This might be the same. Very similar to the trade we made yesterday, just below the 200. It is breaking my rules. If it ends up dumping on me, I'll say, hey, man, I can't break that rule again. But that looks so good to me. The inverted head and shoulder played out. The flag played out as we said it would. Touched the 21-day moving average. So far, no drawdown. We'll see where this can go. We'll see where this trade goes. Oh, down $10. I spoke too soon on the drawdown. Anyway, I can't watch. I can't watch. So let's go back here to CoinMarketCap. And let's go back to what's up in 24 hours, right? So Siren also coming back up. I haven't touched that coin. It made me sick. This thing I thought was a SCAM from the very jump. I never touched it. I thought it was a way to mine your data through your phone. You could mine it for free, and then you could get a bunch of Pi coin. And I thought it was a piece of nanada. Whatever. God bless the team or whatever. Stanford or something that made that coin. That's what I found out. I don't know. BitTensor back at 250, up 4.2%, 420, baby, for BitTensor. Pepe. So not a lot of movement in the altcoins, as you can see in the last 24 hours. Not a lot of big heavy hitters here. Only a few kind of movers, right? Humanity Protocol. H has been going up pretty much, too. Let's take a look at H. USDT. People have been making money on this coin. In the trading group, I actually put out a call for it. I think one of my traders put out a call for it, too, not too long ago. Let's take a look at what's happening to H. They dolphin dipped it below the line. Scalped it back to the upside. Let's see. It is back above the 200. 21 coming on the daily. Looks somewhat interesting there. Looks really nice here. So this looks like a parabolic breakout. I got to be honest with everybody. The 10-hour time frame is looking interesting to me on H. Why the 10-hour? I don't know. Just trade a time frame a lot of people won't trade. High likely you won't get stopped out because if not, everyone sees what, is on the same levels you're at. Like, who's trading the 10-hour, man? Nobody's. Like, no one's trading the 10-hour. Stop loss below that point of control. That thing could do some damage. Maybe it goes sideways. Maybe it does. You know what I mean? It's very high risk. You know what I mean? Every trade could lose. You have to know that. Just like every trade could. If you know every trade could win, then every trade could lose. Right? If you know you can go wet, then you know you can get dry, right? It's all like... But look at the point. I like how the aggressive nature of the stochastics RSI here on the 10-hour time frame. So I didn't expect myself to talk about altcoins today. And again, as much as I am, shoulder, palm, head, probably shoulder. I get it, but let's get tight in here. Let's see this movement back to the upside. I'm going to be watching this, and what I'm going to do is set an alert. When we possibly hit this line, I'm going to know what's going on. All right? Yeah. And shout out to all the streamers out there that help the entire industry move forward. It's a blessing when people do that, man. It is a blessing. Everyone, if you trade with BTCC, we'll put a link right there so you can jump on in. And if you're already underneath my link, you are eligible to jump on in, all right? You are eligible. How's the music levels today? I never asked the chat. Could it go higher or lower? You guys hear the music, or is it like too much of the background? I'm trading the 8-hour secret, see? One tier trading with, what? Get out of here, man. I'm not even going to, get out of here. You're going to be put on timeout for being a weirdo. Yeah, don't promote other trading people in my, well, come on, man. Nice and slow, baby. Sam, how do stocks look? We'll take a look at S&P futures and the NASDAQ for you as well. Let's take a look at ES1 here, which is, and I call this move to the upside. We got to move, but then, I got to tell you, man, I see us hitting the top trend line and likely headed back down to the bottom of the trend line. We did get a breakout. Let's take a look. I mean, this move was a bit crazy. I have to be honest. You do now have a support of resistance on the weekly, so now what you have to do is, if you're bullish, in my humble opinion, Bitcoin has to consolidate on the weekly here, just like I showed you on the 1 minute. It's the same story, Morning Glory. Same thing. My mom used to say that. But it's the same exact idea here, right? Nothing different. Nothing's changed. Dude, we're starting to get to the muddy here, folks. I may make one of my epic calls again today. I was really patient on it. I had to figure out the market. I had to let the subconscious mind seep in. See? If I can't feed the subconscious mind the data, so at first I look like I'm scrambling and rambling, but I'm just putting it together. I just had to get my glasses on and really take a look at what's happening. Yeah, we're ready to go. Man, those glasses, just when I put those on, I can really see the market. You know what I'm saying? Sam, can you check the stock markets? I think someone just asked me that. So the weekly has a tweezer top. It does look like there's going to be a bit of a pullback. When this happens, I think a bunch of people are going to get super bearish. If the 21 can catch price and we can stay above this key level, you got to assume that somehow they're going to continue to print money. And look, when is that? That's going to be in June. And we have Kevin Warsh coming in. And he's definitely going to cut the rate. I feel like he's not going to cut the rate the first time. You know what I'm saying? And remember, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about right now. We have FOMC tomorrow. I know no one believes me, but we do. Right? Tuesday, we had no data yesterday, which is amazing. The BOJ outlook and BOJ policy rate for the Bank of Japan. Let's just take a look at what they were saying there. 0.75%. They kept it the same. All right. The outlook report, I don't know. You got to go read that possibly. So here we are today. the Australian dollar had CPI, not us though. So tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning, which is 8:30 your time, because this is a Pacific time right now, I believe. So tomorrow at 8:30, all right, building permits, core durable goods month over month, housing starts, preliminary. I feel like that's gonna move the market. They're not red folders, but some interesting information. Look, the M3 money supply year over year on Europe. I'd like to see that going up. It should be going up. And then Wednesday, we have the Fed's funds rate. We have a Fed meeting this Wednesday. I think I won't do Jerome Powell this time. Like, maybe I make an exception and I go and stream again, but I don't know, a double stream on that day when I'm out here at the Bitcoin conference, tough. I do love my Jerome Powell streams, and I feel like I just did one. Has that really been a month since my last Jerome Powell stream? So, let's get this move, folks. Let's get this move to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. It's getting tighter. It's showing signs. That's an ascending triangle with the 21 holding. We're up $124. Can we continue this move further to the upside? Taking care of the losses already, starting to get the move. I just want to see a pump above the 200. I want to see this continue to rip. All right? Let's go. I can't watch. If you're down to your last, you move the stop loss to break even. If you're down to your last, you know what I mean? You do whatever makes you happy, but in my humble opinion, if I was down to my last, that stop loss move to break even, I'm just paying the fees. Maybe not yet. I don't know. I can't. Yeah, it's still outside. It depends. One more push up out of the top of the trend, and then yes. Like this candle turns green, flips up, which it looks like it may because we started red with the dip. We flip up. This should turn green and just go boom right to the 200 moving average. Come on, man. You heard what I just said. You should turn green and go boom right to the moving. I'm going to say it a third time. You are going to turn green and pump to the 200 moving average. I'm going to say it one more time. You're going to turn green and pump to the 200. I spoke to you. I am the Crypto Lifer. You do what I tell you to do, 1 minute candle. Don't play with me. Oh, so now you're going to defy my odds. You're going to defy my orders. See how far that gets you. See how far that gets you, 1 minute candle. I'll kick you right off the team. You won't play with us next time. You won't be part of the group, and you won't get a peanut butter jelly sandwich after you play at gym class. Wow, now it's going to come down and kiss the 21 one more time? We'll see. This should have pumped up to the 200 by now. The way my algorithmic mind works, it doesn't understand. You got to do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pump up to the 200 now, not wick down. Come on, market makers, stop playing with me. I know what's happening. Don't defy me. Let's get the move to the 200. This space should be made. Make the space. Make the space. Make the space. Ah, that was a vicious move. Turn green and pump to the upside, to the 200, please. Wow, look at the volatility of the 1 minute. This is nuts. Turn green and pump to the 200, please. I'm going to ask you a 3,000th time, a 400,000th, 5,000th time. Pump to the 200. That was an interesting doji that just closed. Indecision doji with a massive wick up, though. This candle should boom, man. Wick off the live. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. Now that should just play out. The next one should pump us. Ascending triangles can go either way. I could see that happening. Nope. I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't break that trend line. Don't you break that trend line. I don't like that it broke trend, you know. They can't break that trend line. That's not supposed to happen, man. Let's see what they're going to do. I got stopped out for a very small amount of money. $48, very small on the risk. See how I do that? I just knew that it didn't fit my parameter. Now, yeah, I kind of, you know, maybe it could do this now and bounce, but man, that stinks, man. Again, that's why I do not trade below the 200 normally. It tends to be a fake out move, right? I tried it. It looked pretty good to me, but it didn't play out. Okay. I could see that once that trend, you know, to lose $48 is kind of like a win, to be honest. For me, that's such a minimal loss, I don't even notice it. So, again, it adds to the earlier loss. It doesn't mean it's great. But remember, the bigger trade we already caught. We're waiting for the next big trade. The money is made on the bigger trades. Yeah. Could be a minimal 3-8. Yeah, do not defy. Yeah, it defied me, man. That candle defied me right now. It better bounce right now, get tight. We can get back in the trade again. I'm going to wait for the 200 and do my thing. I jump the gun. See what happens when you get antsy? So let's get back here to the S&P. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. 3-day chart looks interesting. Like it may actually consolidate here. You see? Like, and then you can see a bigger channel forming. You know, like it comes side. It might actually make a flag downward. Keep pumping. But, I mean, it isn't a generalized uptrend. If they continue to print money and they cut the rates, people are going to jump on in, right? And if oil, this OPEC deal really happens, you're looking at 950,666 by March of 2027. And you're looking for this to continue to go. There's also the repo market. The Fed is injecting tons of money into the market right now, all right? And I'm going to ask right now, how much money is the Fed injecting into the markets, right? How much money is the Fed injecting into the markets? All right. That's the first thing I want to see. All right. How much money is the Fed injecting into the markets? I'm going to tell you in a second here. All right, let's take a look. What did they just do to me? What did they just do to Deuteronomy? Wow, still holding. Like they got out a little bit of a bounce here. It ain't bad. Still ain't bad. Still looks like a legit trade to me. But come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. So you're telling me there's a chance? There's always a chance, baby. Take a look at this. This is good news. So the Fed is injecting liquidity modestly right now. Not massive QE style money printing like in 2020, but controlled program to keep bank reserves ample. Ongoing monthly pace, roughly $25 billion per month via reserve management purchases, RMPs, of short-term treasury bills. This is the main way the Fed is adding liquidity. They slowed down from the $40 billion a month earlier in April to this lower pace for April 14th to May 13th period. Total plan for mid-April to mid-March is about $40 billion in T-bill purchases, including some reinvestments. Fed balance sheet currently sits at $6.7 trillion, already up I think it was at 6.5 in 2025 ended. It's already up $0.2 trillion as of H4 release for the quarter of April 22nd, right? It's expanded by over $200 billion since quantitative tightening officially ended in December of 2025. Repo operations very low, near zero right now. Occasionally, small repo injections happen, $7 to $18 billion in a single week earlier this year, but they're not the main driver at the moment. The Fed is quietly adding $25 billion a month of new liquidity through T-bill buys, enough to support markets and prevent reserve shortages during tax season, but nowhere near the trillion seen during past crises. This is viewed as QE light by many traders and is generally seen as a supporter for risk assets, stocks, and crypto. I mean, this is a big deal, everyone. The Fed is injecting money into the market. I keep explaining this to you, and people don't understand. Like, that's a double top Adam and Eve. Now you have to look for, I don't know, some type of inverted or maybe and now I just wait it out. And I'm sorry if you're new here and you don't understand or it looks kind of jumbled up. I get it. That's okay. That's okay. Picasso's paintings didn't look amazing until he was done, or if you know what I mean? Or Monet, right? If you stood too close, it didn't make sense. But eventually, it came together. And my style may be unorthodox. It may be non-traditional with traditional mixed in. It's my subconscious mind mixed into the mix of the TA. And however it goes, right? However it goes, it goes. I just keep pushing. Every single day, I believe God will help me and help you. And together, we can find a way. So I just believe in myself, and I believe in you guys. And I'm so thankful that everybody's here. Shout out to the beautiful 12. I mean, it's like they capped me at 1,200. I don't mind. 1,200 is one of the biggest live streams in the game. I'll tell you that right now. Getting to 1,200 concurrent is an extreme accomplishment. Like, if you ever get to 1,200 concurrent on YouTube, I see people with a million subs that get to 1,200 concurrent. They don't stream all the time. They're like celebrities that do an impromptu stream. You know what I mean? But still, like, it's a big deal. So shout out to everyone, and please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. We're watching you guys stream health, stream settings. Right now we got 384 beautiful souls. Hit that like button. Only, and look, man, we got that cash for you. All right. We've been hooking people up. But what did I do? I took $500 of these blue notes, these fake. Look at this fake fiat. It's like, it's so fake. It's ridiculous, right? Look at this fake fiat money, man. Oh, I got $600 of me. Ooh. Then my wife calls, make sure you bring all that cash home to me, honey. I'm like, yeah, baby. I got you. Hey, my mama. My mamacita. I call her my sweet thing. You know what I mean? That's my baby. We will go to 73. 1 hour tweezer bottom on Bitcoin. 12K in a bear market is massive. You said we had 12K yesterday. We did, man. It was unbelievable, yeah. Lifer, thank you for everything you're giving us, brother. It's greatly appreciated. You're the best. God bless you. What do you think about the huge liquidity at 79.80K on Bitcoin? Can we wipe it out this week? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. And I appreciate you asking that. Yeah, it's all up there. It is up there, but there's got some low-hanging fruit down here, too. 72, 73,650, 70,000. What is this? This is BOOKMAP, heat map order book, showing us where the money is. All right? It also shows liquidations when people get liquidated. It's really nice, man. It's such a cool indicator. Like, these are people getting liquidated right here. This is a liquidation. That's a liquidation. This is going after the stops. This is the other way around, right? These are long liquidations. These are short liquidations. So these are people actually getting taken out of trades. They just napped a couple longs there. A couple shorts. Right up here, they nabbed like this. They tapped out the shorts that thought we were going lower. Now, see, let me teach you about my strategy. You would have drawn this trend line in this. Now, had we gone sideways inside the nose, this was likely going to turn into a descending, and then that was going to be a short to the downside. Right now, it's actually not looking too good. Let's take a look at the bigger picture. The 1 minute had a chance to get back above the 200. Now, see how it was a fake out, and I ended up moving that stop? Smart move by me, personally, from years of just doing proper risk management. I'm able to switch it. I don't like to lose, man. And I just want to add, I keep telling you guys that, I'm just trying to make this a supplemental income, just another way to make money, leverage trading. It shouldn't become a burden to me. It shouldn't become something that I'm like stuck on, and I don't want to be there all day, staring at a trade because I put like $2 million in it, and I can't, and the risk is just over my head. So I remember I started leverage trading about 3.5 years ago, so I still consider myself a beginner. I got great TA, but I still feel out exactly how I use margin, how hard I'm going to, right now I'm very comfortable with $100,000, $300,000 positions. Once I go up to $500,000, it's got to be right. And I've only done $1 million position, I think 3 or 4 times in my life. The biggest time I ever made a big position was like 800 grand, was in Bitcoin Nashville. I'm hanging out with CryptoFace at dinner. We went I think it was the Four Seasons or something in Nashville. And yeah, I was just like, man. And, talking to him, hanging out. And I was like, man, I'm making a bigger position today. And I ended up hitting really big, if you guys remember, in Nashville. It was awesome. So I set the trap. I mean, this is telling me we might make a descending triangle and continue lower. See how I'm able to switch this? It's not about being long or short. Right now, we're trying to figure out the daily low. We're attempting to figure out when we're going to bottom on the daily today. That's what we're doing. I do this every day. I attempt to accomplish and teach you guys. I mean, this could be an Adam and Eve, couldn't it? It's kind of interesting that we're on this supportive resistance line for Bitcoin. Bit of a double bottom, in my humble opinion. Now, double bottoms are interesting. They have pretty good entry points. If you saw a double bottom on the 1 hour, this would be a nice place to possibly take it. So how you would do this is it would be, oh, wow, it bounced. They saw the double bottom, folks. And so you do is you put your stop below the wick. You get in when you see that candle close. Wow, what a nice move back to the upside here for Bitcoin. And it does look like a double bottom. So look, the people went long on the triangle. Right? So everyone drew this triangle. They went long. They stopped them out. They stop hunted them right here. Right? Then they all shorted when it dumped out, and they just stop hunted them there on that side too. So if you're trading 100x leverage, you're getting rocked. You know what I mean? Because you're too close to the bone. Your liquidations are too close. You don't have any buffer for how to win, right? So this measured move actually says you're going up to 76,230. Again, no guarantees here. Could make a right shoulder there. Price action's been interesting. Let me take a look at the chat, see what's going on. Any super chat easies? Where my people's at? Where is the top fan today? We got the Blues guy always holding it down. We got Nostradamus, mate. TM hustling. I love you, brother. You're super nice. Say great things about the teaching and the channel. Shout out to Karim Farag from the jungle, my man. Shout out to AEIZAs. Shout out to Yule. Rave Song Records in the house. Tall Man T. Todd BTCC. Tiger Mafia. Byron Franco. Knockwinas. Hopio Copia. Oh, yeah, Hopi Copium. You're funny, man. And all my beautiful people. Yonder 3 Cease, man. I wish I could say every one of your names, but I don't want to bore the entire stream. Well, God bless all these 50 lifers. If you see yourself, you guys are the ball, man. This 50 people right here, we could take over the world, man. With this 50 people. Imagine what we could do together. 50 people strong, man. Wow, this is messy. And again, this is why I wait to get above the 200. It clears a lot of this trash out of the way, and we get a better directional strength. I've learned this. It's just how I do it. It's structurally better over time. Again, most people won't believe me. They won't know about this, but it takes time. It takes time. That's an Adam and Eve in a way, folks. That's a double bottom. That should technically play out. Once you break this neckline, you should pump up to 76 to 79. Then you're going to dump back down to the 21. That's when I'm going to attempt to take my trade. It's going to be patient. It could take an hour for this to happen, even 2 hours. So we got to trade patient, folks. We got to trade patient. We got to trade patient. I will be changing my outfit when I get to Bitcoin. I'm going to flip to the suit. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited. I got a beautiful Hugo Boss blue suit that I haven't worn in years. It was the first suit I wore. I don't wear it a lot. And it's been sitting there as I'm going to rock it out today with a Bitcoin tie, too. I'm going to wear the Bitcoin tie today. But I figured, why wear what I'm going to wear, sit down, get all wrinkled, when I could keep it nice and smooth sitting in the hotel. And then, the Venetian Convention Center is in the hotel. It's really nice to have your hotel room in the convention center. To me, it's a breeze. All the other places, you got to take the cab from your whatever you're at, go on into the spot. Shout out to anyone going to Consensus. I will be at Consensus this year from May 4th to the 7th in Miami. You will catch me in Miami doing what I do every single day. Networking, spreading love, good energy, and just having a blast, man. I'm going to take you guys live later on into the Bitcoin event. You're going to see a lot of things. We got the whale room pass. All right? That whale room, baby. Straight up, no BS. This is how you know you're a whale. You get this white thing on your pass, right? And it opens the door. Like, you hit it, and it has a sensor. Look, it says whale, baby, whale. Whales, baby, whales. Look, that's a beautiful double bottom. I'm not trying to be rude here, but if you don't understand your technical analysis, you might short this and get absolutely rocked. That's a beautiful double bottom. Suggest that we go all the way to the target there. All the way to the target there to 76,269. It makes me want to do my Mark Wahlberg. Babe, I took care of it. It doesn't matter. I played a cop. I played a fireman. I can do this, babe. I was shooter. I'm friends with Joanna Lucas. I can do this. I'm a peacock. Let me fly, babe. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. My name's Peter Griffin. That's right. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up you. Hey, everyone, we're going to leave Meg at the gas station. Everyone walk away real slow. So bad, man. When I watch crypto, I watch the crypto lifer. That's right. I'm going to get a beard and cohawk, right? Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Oh, man. It's been a while, man. We used to do those all the time. And then I was working on other ones. Matthew McConaughey's with the Lincolns. See, I love my Lincoln Town cars. My name is from Wales. My name is from Wales. Miami have a weird vibe about the blast of 50 MA. Bro, take a look at the wire on base chain. The wire? What is a wire, man? Take a look at the wire on base chain. Just because you mean doesn't mean you should. Hey, is that all you can do? Solid Marky Mark. Thank you, man. Sam, you're Peter and Marky, you're spot on, dude. Thank you. I'll say something good and beautiful out of my life. I got a very nice cust for my art. Make me very happy. She's so perfect. God bless you, man. Base Charik and Morty. The sailor impression is always good. You buy Bitcoin. That's right, Bitcoin. There's nothing else than Bitcoin. You buy the Bitcoin. I don't understand. You either buy the Bitcoin or you don't buy the Bitcoin. Love from Amsterdam. Bounce on the daily golden pocket. The lifeboat. Cerebro. Oh, yeah, Cerebro was pumping pretty crazy. Let's take a look at your NQ, your NASDAQ E-mini futures here. As we did call this breakout to the upside, it did pump. And I gave you this smaller flag here on the 1 hour that did break out. But we are struggling in Dublin. The thing is, you don't want to lose the 1 hour 200 moving average. That's going to be structurally something that you want to keep a hold of here. So, that's something we got to pay attention to. You got to get a bounce there. Otherwise, a right shoulder could do you in. If you get something like this and we kind of stay low when we do that, you got to think we're going to come down. We bounce out, start getting tight. Very legendary call right now. If you were to long the NASDAQ on that 1 hour 200 moving average bounce, really. It's really what it did. Got very close. I look at the 3-day chart. See how far you are from the 21-day moving average. If you're really far from the 21 on the 3-day, yikes. It tells me, honestly, what if equities do this? You got to be open-minded. What if this is the shoulder? It's the head. It's the right shoulder. And it's going to tell us what's likely going to happen. So we need to consolidate on that smaller time frame. The 3-day needs to kind of cruise the 21 up. But I'd be wary of that. You're getting overbought on the stochastics. You're away from the 21. That's definitely not when I love to open up an ideal long. I'm never like, oh, that's a great long. Wow, look at head and shoulder pattern now. Now we get the opposite of the other day. Now, here's where they might squeeze you. Wow, look at this choppy consolidation for Bitcoin. Now, that's supposed to break down 68% of the time back to the downside. That is your head and shoulder pattern. The only thing that would save you is the trend line. If you get a bounce, let's see if the bulls believe in the trend or if the bears are able to push this right shoulder further to the downside. Again, we flip it upside down. It's kind of the model. It's the 21 above the 200, suggesting that we get the pump. Or the dump, really, is what I'm looking at. We'll see, man. It's volatile right now on the 1 minute. You could tell. I would be careful. I still haven't felt the need to take a trade or to re-get in just yet. Still kind of waiting on positional strength here for Bitcoin. Michael Saylor speaks at 2:40 in the Nakamoto room. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to be there. I love seeing Saylor, man. That's some stinky PA. Yeah, I got to sell my book this summer, and I wanted a second one. Long, 75,400. Take profit at 77,000. I like it. You took the bottom there. You took the bottom call. Oh, you were in even earlier, it looks like. I don't know how you got 74. It must have been in last night. I'd be careful right now long, and it does to me look a little more bearish than bullish. The smaller time frames have to begin to build to the upside. They're the ones we really, are putting on, man. Yeah, how do you flip the chart? You hit Alt-I. Alt-I will flip the chart upside down. Thank you for asking. That means there's a new person here that's learning with me. That means the world to me, man. Someone says 6-hour golden cross. It looks like they're going to defy that head and shoulder and just crush the shorts again. I'm going to wait patiently to do what we do above the 200. Sorry it's so, not as exciting as yesterday. Yesterday was crazy, right? It was wild and crazy. These charts look somewhat unsustainable. As long as the 1 hour stays above the 200, though, all that doesn't matter. You see? And it's actually setting up after a nice rollback that we could get back up and start to go sideways here. Hi, bro. Zan, can we take a look? Zan, can we take a look at JASMY? Oh, wow, it's been a long time. Let's take a look at the fan funding here. I don't know why they have live chat and top chat. I never understood that. Never understood that. And if you want to join where we join, trade where we trade, we have partnerships with Weeks, BTCC, and MEXC. Jump on in today. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's awesome. The coolest thing about BTCC right now is they're giving away 3 Rolexes. They're actually extending this, so don't believe in that date. They're going to extend it to the end of May. So we have an entire month more of this. I was excited to give them away, but that's okay. More people have the chance to jump on in. That's what I'm looking for. Honestly, man, this looks like it's going to break out. They keep playing games with us, but the bulls are standing strong, showing a possible daily bottom. Now, this almost is still head and shoulder-esque. It's got some moves. Now, here we go with the bounce off this to the upside. All right. And it's weird, man. I try to organize events, and every time so many people want to go to the same event. Like, I try to organize a dinner tonight. I got 10 slots for dinner. I feel like I got to open up 20 slots for dinner. It's like almost impossible to bring everyone I want. And then after someone I know who's like kind of like a big time person's like, oh, I'll come to dinner. And I'm like, what do I do now? Like, you know what I mean? Wow, JASMY's looking pretty good. You ain't lying, dude. JASMY's looking great right now. JASMY, what is it, Bank of Japan, something going on? JASMY looks like it's going to pump, folks. I like what I'm seeing for JASMY. Let's take a look at that insane Chinese coin. Let's see what's going on with that Chinese coin, man. Basically a little bit below. We have 38, 37.5. No big deal. Wow, JASMY's looking good to me. That looks like you're going to blast, folks. And just be careful. If Bitcoin takes a dump, everything dumps. It just ruins every setup, no matter how good it looks. But if Bitcoin goes sideways even, and this can hold, I mean, you got yourself a 2.78 risk-reward ratio. What I do for my students is let me show you what I do. Let me show you what I do over here. I put the stop-loss line on the stop-loss. You can see the entry here. And what I do is I go over here to the price note, and I make it big, and I organize it like this for you. And just so you know, if you ever see this, you got your take profit, you got your entry, you got your stop-loss, right? It's really clearly defined, and there you have it. That looks beautiful to me. Another altcoin that could rip to the upside. JASMY, thank you so much for the super chat. And again, remember, when I'm traveling, I need you guys' help. You guys go through all the altcoins, give them to me on the live. I can push them out to the world. You can help other people trade. You can basically help me run the group indirectly, right? And that's what I look for, man. I've been doing this for years. There's got to be loyal lifers that are like, you know what? I got the setups for lifer. I'm just going to, I'm going to use his sauce, and I'm going to send him the setups. JASMY looks interesting, folks. JASMY. JASMY, baby, JASMY. Remember that? It reminds me of The Mask. I don't know why. Just like, JASMY, baby, JASMY. And I always misspell it like a Jamesy. JASMY, baby, JASMY. Hopefully they have metal detectors at Bosby Dog to keep the active users away. Hopefully they didn't get last week for the... You're a weirdo, man. What a weird person, right? So strange, man. I see Emma likes to stop hot London lows or its own session lows before making the real move up. Many times, yes. Look at the monthly. Tell me JASMY looks good. Jazz will fly. S&P looks like it's going to drop again. Stay safe out there. Head on a swivel. Thank you, man. You're kind of freaking me out a little bit. You know what I mean? Rave might wake up and blow a 30x again. Let's take a look at Rave and see what's happening. See if you have any... Wow, that was crazy what happened, huh? Thing just... I'd stay away from it, man. Because why play with fire? Like, you know... Hey, you know what I have seen in the past is this becomes what looks like a deranged, just a big Adam and Eve. And it eventually plays to the upside. That would be the target there, somewhere at $4.32. I'd stay away from that thing. I wouldn't touch it. Let's take a look at what the poll is saying here. We ran a poll. Which happens first, Bitcoin to 84 or to 54,000? Most people think we're going to 84,000 before we go to 54. It's kind of a bigger deal there. 583 votes. If we get 583 votes, can we get 583 likes? Right? Let's see how many likes we got. Smash that like button. We got 400. So more people answered the poll than hit that like button. Well, it's right in front of you. It's obvious to do. If they put the like button somewhere, I'm gonna say this to YouTube. If you guys would put the like button here, an area right here where you can just touch it, everyone would have the chat up and they would hit the like. I would get more likes. If you move the like button to somewhere here on this actual panel, or you had it there and you had it in two places, the like button should be right here above the live chat. It should be right here. And it should be really big. And it should say, hit the like if you love the stream. And YouTube should already kind of be showing it, right? So, this guy keeps saying wire. I don't know what he means. Wire. Global copper miners? Is that what you're looking at? I mean, copper's going to go up. We talked about that, right? I don't know. It looks, let's see it on the weekly. It's touching the 21 on the weekly, which is interesting. Kind of a head and shoulder. I feel like it's going to come down to this trend line a little bit more. I don't know. Tight? I'm not in love with this thing right now, to be honest. It looks like if you were to enter, though, maybe 21, 24 would be a good place. Watch it consolidate and then break out. But it definitely coming back down to the trend line somewhere at like 29.7. 4 hours also very, very oversold. Anything is possible, right? So we'll see. Pressing one of those smelly should just like it automatically. Yeah, man. How about a thumb that moves and waves at you? Pick me, yeah. That's a great series called The Wire. I know, right? Most people are on mobile. If you tap the middle of the screen while watching on mobile, it acts as the like button. Thank you for saying that. If you tap the middle of the screen, it acts like the like button. Everyone just tapped the middle of the screen. I thought it paused. I think you're lying. That's a pause. Are you messing with me, bro? They say it's the 8th attempt to blast through the 50, right? Oh, there she goes, man. And now that flag's playing out. That's going to break out now. It's a little late there buying the breakout, but looks like you'll get the punch. Boom! To the upside. Sammy, cup it handy. Oh, someone said there was a... hold on. Let's take a look. Let's kind of zoom out here. And that oil looks like it's going to kind of drop now. That OPEC news should be throwing oil off completely. In my humblest of opinions. Didn't take a look at gold yet this morning. And what was I doing? Yeah, I want to look at the 1 hour. Now, the 1 hour is making a tweezer bottom. Again, I longed it last night. It did get into the green. Let's take a look if we have any BD. All right. What is BD, folks? What is BD? You should know. Don't make me tell you over here. What's the BD over here? I'm typing in RSI because I want to see the relative strength index. Why? I'd like to see if there's some bull div, and there is, man. There is some strong bull div. Swing down while this swings to the upside. Nice bullish divergence on BTC on the 1 hour time frame. Suggests we will get a bounce out this falling wedge back to the move, and they're going to flatten these shorts. What I'm looking for is a very strange... I'm looking for this to be a top. I'm looking for it to... I've seen this before, and it's a very odd-looking shape, but it turns into an inverted head and shoulder, and it does damage, and it breaks out. And you can also see the measured move before it even happens. It's this wick to that. That's going to be it there. The bigger idea is this leg, though. Taking profits at both places is no problem. 85,000, it says we get to Bitcoin. It says it breaks out somewhere by the 4th of May. So it says it's going to take about a week. It would be next Tuesday when this thing actually does its thing, right? Shout out to my dad. My dad died on May 1st. The anniversary of his death is coming. I love you, Dad. I'll miss you forever. The way you died was so... It's never going to be easy finding out how your family dies, man. It's crazy. We live in this world where we can all disappear. Like, it's like... Yeah. We finally did hit the 21, and like from here... We hit the 200 moving average. We were supposed to snap into the 200. I said it. I was like, slap up to the 200. It didn't go perfect, but it went well, right? It did the best it could. Now you got to get a real good punch out of here. Come on, just flash this thing out. My model will be up here. And my model will come in about an hour, maybe a half an hour, something like that. I can even set up the parameters on my mobile phone, walk out, and I could take the trade anywhere at any time, right? Someone said Hyper. Let's take a look at Hype. I mean, Hype's been hot. It's funny, I haven't looked at it in a while. Probably could be one of the biggest exchanges ever in the history of exchanges at one point. Hyper Liquid. Did a good job. I mean, they did their whole thing. I mean, they Frankenstein the promotion with James, right? Kind of crazy. Why does it look so, like, young? Like it... Yeah, I guess that's it, though. Hype is Hyper Liquid, man. You know I'm losing it. I typed in MEXC, right? I gotta be losing it. It's like, what the fashoo? March of 20... A year ago, man, this thing started coming out. March of 2025. We have Fed rate cut tomorrow, too. Remember, that's gonna mess with the price. All right? Heaven O, we're going to say Heaven O here. Shout out to Stash. Shout out to Dutang Dumpster Diving. Shout out to Easy Does It. Shout out to the real Don D. Right? And we got 635 votes today. 60% say we go to 84K. Another 40% say we go. It's split evenly. 60-40. 40% say we go to 54. 60% say we go to 84,000. He said, what happened with Aster? Asters are still sitting. I remember the last time it was like 60 cents or something. So you kind of have this trend line forming here. You're getting tight on the weekly. Honestly, it looks like a good time to trade Hyper on the weekly. Get in right here and just hold it, right? That's what I like to do, but you do whatever makes you happy. I am not an advisor to you. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know the information that would help me figure that out for you, so I can't. That makes me not... I'm not here to go over your report. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing, and then I'm going to teach you technical analysis. 2-day also getting tight, but it's a symmetrical. It could go either way. Bitcoin goes on a tear. Bitcoin dominance falls off. This is a prominent altcoin. I think it would take a bigger hit than the other altcoins because it's more, it's a front runner, right? The daily is showing some signs of life, though. Above the 200, nice trend line. With the 21 touching price action, but it got a little bit of a dip. That ain't bad. A 3-to-1, and you can go all the way to that low. Am I going to take this trade? I don't know. I might actually do it, but I'd have to see a few things first. I'd like to see it bounce, get tight. I'd like to see the 4-hour bounce and get tight. If the 4-hour bounces and get tight here, it gets really nicely in there, that's going to be a blast to the upside, folks. That's going to do the do. That's going to for sure do the do. So... focus on all that awesome stuff, man, Hyperliquid even had institutional attention because it's a big liquidity DEX that can actually take positions with a decentralized risk. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Someone says the 4-hour is closing. Let's take a look at what the 4-hour is doing. Yeah, we're going to close at 12 o'clock. We just closed. Now let's see. Now you want to dump first, immediately, and then you want to start coming up. And you want to make a green candle. If we're going to bounce, you want a green candle. You want the 2-hour to hold the 200 moving average. It's a very epic place to be here. You want the 1-hour to make a green candle next to a red one. It just did that. That could be spot move. That could be the move for the... So there's a few trades out here. There's the front running the 1-hour, or not even, just taking the 1-hour tweezer bottom confirmation now, getting in with a stop below this wick. Even that wick is okay. It's up to you. You choose the wicks you'd like to use. But that tells me you could bounce. Or you could also trade the 1 minute when the model comes to play. We break above this 200 moving average. Here we are again. Do I make that same trade yet again? Now it's right at the 200. Now, we could get rejected by the 200. I usually wait for us to cross, but I'm like, we've been pressing bullish this whole time. It's very similar to the trade I made yesterday. Made almost an identical trade yesterday. And I'm enticed to take this trade. I believe I'm going to be back in here. We're going to have to push the stream like 10 minutes. Please, for Grammy. 75, 862. No extra 6 there. Could be a rejection by the 200. Could dump and get me. So I only need to win 3 out of 10 of these trades. Remember that. And I've done many times 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 10 out of 13, 17 for 20. I went 22 straight once. 22 straight trades. It was unbelievable. Damn, it's got to be a 2-to-1 now. It's not my favorite risk to reward. Unless we decide we're going to go to a higher area. And I believe we can get to this topping wick here. I believe that's where we would end up. Somewhere at 76,900 for Bitcoin. And I got to jump in this while I'm not paying attention here. And that's going to be 76,948. That'd be a nice $1,200 take, right? And I only have to risk 230. Hey, playing games today, though, I'll tell you what, man, right at that 200 now on the 1 minute time frame. We did give you this beautiful, and we may have called the daily bottom when everyone else is freaking out, seeing red candles and, this is what we do here every single day. We study this exact market structure. We don't take days off. We keep pushing. I love you all. I thank you all for being here with me, and I appreciate it more than you would ever know. Like, you guys keeping me alive every single day, and you keeping me relevant and on the map. People come up to me and say, you're the lifer, blah, 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 only because I have all my subscribers that have backed me along the way. Like, I'd be nowhere. I'd be nothing. I'd just be a trader at home. Maybe some people might know me, maybe not. But it wouldn't be the same without the community, without the lifers, without the show, without the channel. And my channel wouldn't be anything without each and every one of you. I would have gotten, I wouldn't have been flown places. I wouldn't have had the partnerships. I just want to say thank you so much to every single person that has helped me. Unbelievable blessing, Let's see if we can get this move further to the upside here. 76,435. It's getting very close. I'm going to go 200 for 1,200. I'm going to take it again. I know I've been breaking my rules today a little bit. I like this trade. I like this bigger picture, inverted head and shoulder vibe. Come on, baby. Show us the money now. We waited all day. We were so patient. We gave you 2 hours to play out this game. Let's go. Let's go. Send it, baby. Send it. Ah, man. Every time we get a send, it just... Because all the traders are at the Bitcoin conference, and we don't have enough volume. They need to run to their computers and start touching their phones. I emailed your team about an exchange problem. Please ask to check for me. I have been here for years. As you just said, I pray you can help me now. Interesting. Power friend. I'm a nobody, but I have God. That's all the recognition I need, 100%. I love you for saying that. Flush it. Buy candles, he says. Convention awesome already, yeah. I love this so much. I love you so much. It's amazing. Aria altcoin to me looks better than hype. Aria. Wire on the virtual platform. I have no idea what you're saying. I appreciate it, though. All right. Let me take a look. I'll try to get it here. Wire. Wire by Virtuals. Okay, there you go. Thank you. And it's on Aerodrome Finance. All right, let's take a look. It's on Uniswap with Base. Might be on DEXE Screener, right? You're seeing if I see what you see. I mean, there was a flag. That thing already pumped out the flag, though. Going to DEXE Screener real quick for a second to see what's happening and type in wire for my man. All right. There it is, 717 AI by Virtuals. Let's take a look at the website. Let's read about it. Looks like a rugger. Looks like a rug, man. Premier Settlement AI is a proprietary digital asset trading firm specializing in liquidity provision, settlement, and pricing efficiency. 717 ecosystem. Settlements, direct banking soon, and wire agent integration. What is wire? Token is a utility asset integrated with the 717 AI agent settlement services and supported by the existing core. These are going to be the new coins, man. AI agents with settlement and tokenization. This may be a cash grab. I don't know. It doesn't look, the website looks very basic. Very, very shady. Like, this is really a site that works with all these big companies. You know what I mean? There's Aerodrome. You can buy it with Aerodrome, baby. And that's why I like Aero. I don't see how Aero goes down. I still don't understand, like, how certain things didn't play out. Wow, this is crazy. Just making it, like, so insanely tight here. That 21 looks like it wants to cross the 200 and go for the move. I'm still elated off the big win last night. Shout out to anyone jumping on in. I hit big in Vegas. It was awesome. You know, for some other high rollers, it was nothing, but man.
When you play high limit poker with crypto face, the money just keeps coming, baby. This is crazy.
So happy he invited me to the Cosmos. So happy I knew it was the right place to go. Everything worked out yesterday and turned it into an amazing, amazing thing, man. So, shout out to Greg, man. We love you. Appreciate you, Greg. Let's go, right? It's so crazy, man. What a night to be alive, man. What a night to be alive. If you can dream it, you could build it in the UAE, anywhere in the world, man. If you dream it, you can build it. All right? Going to Meme Coin Conference. You guys are funny. There's Kruger. There is Kruger. There he is. There'll be no super cycle with no intense money printing. This guy's so funny, man. Man, these people are like 12 years old and they I'm just being, you know what I mean? But man, oil is climbing. Media stocks are sitting near highs. Historically, these markets move together. Right now, they're telling two completely different stories. Something has to give. Interesting. An estimated $60 billion was spent on remittance fees. This could be almost zero with stablecoins, right? Like, dude, look at that. That's insanity. Imagine smoking that whole thing. It would take you like 2 hours. I had smoked a beautiful cigar last night. I like this. To-do list. Buy more Bitcoin, right? I'll be honest, man. They changed the algorithm, and I got 500 followers in like 2 days. Went to the highest level we've ever been at. Let's go to 50,000, folks. I desire 50,000. Let's get there. I desire 50,000. It's time to make it happen, right? The cool thing about operating a true decentralized economy is you get to decide how you use Bitcoin. Go be great and use it. We love you, ND. Never stops making content, right? Always keep receipts. So funny. He has the receipt right on his shirt. What does the receipt say? Like, I'm curious now. I want to see that receipt. Like, I got to zoom into it. What is that receipt? I always take pictures of stuff and then I zoom in. I'm like, I'm in there. The Yacht Club, man? That's corny, man. That's corny. I thought it was like Bitcoin or something. That's why I got excited about it. So we're getting super tight, folks, inside this ascending triangle. They've already played games with this stops and the shorts. Again, this is why I do not trade until we get above the 200. I did break my rules twice today. If I lose, I'll know why. You see what I'm saying? Because I went against the grains. But we'll see, man. I like what I'm seeing here. I like this consolidation. The 21 keeps getting pushed up towards the 200. Once it crosses, it pulls price. We get the big pump. It pulls the 21. This is like the Bollinger Bands. Whenever the 21 and the 200 get this tight, a move is coming, folks. And then usually it's an explosive move. And usually it's to the upside. I can't tell you what's going to happen for sure. I'll take a break, take a breather. Then I'm going to come back and take a look and see what's happening on this one here. So, shout out to the beautiful, we still got over 1,000 people here on the live. It's unbelievable. People are so blessed and amazing. I'm so excited to be here with you all. You know. He said, why did YouTube stop showing how many likes? I don't think it does that. Is that true? Did they take away the like button? Like, or the ability to see how many people hit the like? Is that real? Or are you just messing with me? I think you're messing with me, right? Now, the like button's right there, dude. 565 likes. I got to hit myself. Look, bang. It didn't show up. You're right. Oh, there it goes. 566, man. I just had to kind of click a little hard. That's awesome. 566 likes. That's a big deal. I'm excited for that. All right. Still here. You're all legends. Don't forget to smash the likes, man. Thank you. This should be the final bounce, man. We got a tweezer bottom next to each other. Another green candle. We should get the bounce here. And it's not perfect, but it has that cup and handle vibe that could break to the upside. You see, oversold stochastics should tell us, and when you get oversold stochastics that turn, when you bounce off the bottom of the channel, another good idea, you're going to win this trade. So anyway, I'm in this long. I'm going to give it to my trading group. They're going to know what's happening. I'm in the long. We go from there. We're going to find out where we stand and what happens. It has been playing games. I feel like we should have pumped by now. It's been playing games kind of feels like a Monday today. And I'm 200 for like $1,200. It's a 6-1 or something. 4-3, 200 for 8. I think it's 250 for like 1,200. It's a pretty nice trade, man. Wow, now they're going to dump me again, and I'm going to have to de-risk. They lost the trend. I'm out. Every time they lose the trend, I'm done. I'll take a small stop. Like, I'm not playing this game. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to stay inside the trend line. If it breaks the trend line, I have to move on. I have to get clipped off. Like, that's it. That's how I keep the losses very small. If they get back, now I'm just going to trade the model. Now I'm never going to trade below the 200 again. I mean, you could have got these moves. I get it. But they aren't defined subconscious moves that I've done over and over again. I put my stop like right below there, but I'm willing to take a $100 loss. Not 200 though. Once you break the trend line, it's kind of like saying, you know, I'm waiting to get across the 200. I learned my lesson twice today. The chart looks so nice though. Everything looked beautiful. It really did. You know? It looked absolutely bonito over here, right? Is the stream still on? Yeah, right. Are we still here? Am I still live? Hello, 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 hello. Hello. I can't believe I didn't get stopped out yet. Like, I just had a network error. I noticed it. Like, my internet spun over here. What up, man? So out of it right now. Am I even alive? 2 days on 3 hours, man. Did they snipe me and they sniped me out and bounced it? Man, come on, man. This is getting weird, man. I'm just gonna wait for us to get above the 200, and I'm gonna trade it again. But Dan, I apologize, everyone. It was a tough morning. We did get the bounce. You know that if you long down here on that right shoulder, you're in the money. I can't believe they just wicked it and flipped it. This is craziness. And I had a network error at the exact moment. Like, something happened. But it seemed fine. I didn't get any lost frames, so it says from the from the report notifications, everything was fine. Man. This should bounce, friends. I don't know why it didn't yet. They're playing games with us. I hope there's not a market maker watching my channel playing games with me. That'd be so whack. But hey, let's wait for us to cross the 200. Let's wait for it to get the bounce. Otherwise, you have to be open-minded. What is the bearish scenario? I just want to keep you open-minded. You go down in here. So if you end up dumping and going sideways, remember, that's going to be a descending triangle that's going to likely position you lower. It's completely up to you at how you look at this, all right? And you go from there. Damn, 12:15, going over time. Bang, bang, bang. Man. And sometimes you just can't let it go, right? And then you have to. It's like you got a serious resistance at 76,000. Not able to get back above 76K. Let's take a look at that 1 hour. Is it still possessing a possible bounce? Tough day to trade, folks. It is what it is. Not every day is going to be great. Not every day is going to go in your favor. 21 bounce, man. We're looking for this. We're looking for this bounce off the 21, and we're looking for this thing to continue to rip. Sorry, I fat-fingered that idea there. I had so much stuff going on. So just to kind of reset, we're looking for this bounce. We're looking for us to continue to rip. Pull the 21 in and get the pump. Like, the parabola's not over yet. We have not broken above previous resistance, which is strong support. As long as you keep a daily candle above 75,000, you have to be upbeat about a move here. Every time we get this, though, look, we got the tweezer bottom, then they're redding us again. So what we're looking for is, we're looking for this falling wedge to break to the upside. Something like this. That's what we're looking for. If we get that, yes. Yes. All right. Some people may want to long this right now. I like, the bigger time frames have been better than, the scalps on the smaller. And you get back to the POC, maybe even that's a 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We got to get above the 1 hour 200 moving average for any of this to happen. I've back tested like every move the 1 hour did, every daily pump. And the first thing that happened is the 1 hour crosses yellow line. Then the 5 minute, then the 15, and then the 1 hour, and then everything starts to kind of fall into play. So by using smaller time frames, you can see what will have to happen. Like, you have to break this yellow line or you're not going to the upside, friends. Like, this is just chopped city right now. And this is why I'm able to win. 5 of my losses could be $500, and my win is $3,000, right? So I could be 1 for 6 and still be up $3,000 because I don't take heavy losses. You see what I mean? And it's very rare that I'm 1 for 6, but it can happen. But I can mitigate that, so it's not even a big deal. Imagine only winning 1 out of 6 trades and making $3,000. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Man, the price action is sucking me in so much I can't even end the stream. I got to walk away, everyone. I love you all. Thank you so much. Apologize today wasn't a banger. We didn't get everything we were looking for. Wasn't perfect. It was tough today. I'll be honest. It was hard. It was not easy. But, follow along. Keep it moving. I'll keep showing you what's happening. We may have found that daily bottom. We learned a lot. I learned a lot. I definitely did. And let's take a look at the poll one last time here and see what you guys said on the poll. Just want to see what y'all said about the poll here. You guys said, drum roll, trade with Crypto Liver, win a Rolex on BTCC. I appreciate that. Yep. Byron Franco said, no. Why? Friends, 3 things to always check. Overall trend, support of resistance, and risk-to-reward ratio. Thank you. How do you move the buys and sells from week's chart? Hit this little markers and click off order history, and you will take away the buys and sells on weeks. Markers. You don't need those markers. She's playing with the markers again. She's going to draw all over the house. Get her out of here. Anyway, I love you all. Oh, I wanted to look at the poll before we left. 727 votes. It's amazing. You people are hot. And 41% said 54. 59% said 84. So there you have it. Looks like we're going to go to 54,000. Thank you so much for entering into that poll. Please hit the like button, the notification bell, so you can see when I go live yet again. And hey, today, not every day is going to be perfect, but we show up every single day and keep pushing. That's the key. I love you all. I went to bed at 1, woke up at 5 for this stream, so I'm barely moving, but I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you all tomorrow for a beautiful, lovely live stream. I'd like to have a huge thank you to the staff and friends and family I consider at Sin City Crypto. I advise you to go to Sin City Crypto's YouTube channel today, respect, because they're offering their studios to me at an amazing rate. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Nowhere else where I get the treatment, the waters, the beautiful espressos. But check it out, man. Sin City Crypto, bro. They are every single day live. Check them out. All right? Check them out, man. And I believe they'll be live today. All right? So there you go. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh, let me just show you their YouTube channel so you know. Sin City Crypto, 100,000 subs on their way to the moon, baby. All right? Jump on in, man. They're going to be streaming. At least subscribe to the channel. Let them know you're a lifer. They have a beautiful studio here. You can Google them. I even asked Grok, and they came up as the second best studio to have a podcast in here in Las Vegas. So they're going to dominate. Eventually, they're going to have a giant space. They're going to be one of the biggest podcasting studios you've ever seen. They'll probably have like 15 different things, and they're going to be amazing, man. So go to Sin City Crypto right now and subscribe. Hook them up. They're the best, man. I wouldn't be here without them. Like, I would be stressed running to random places of people I didn't know. I'd be typing in buttons into an open building. Like, that was my next thing, was this place called, like, Corporate Podcast Channel. Because there was nowhere else that opened before 7 in the morning, man. They have an employee here at, like, 6 a.m. for me, waiting, getting things ready, getting the light. Like, this is nuts. So I'm blessed. I'm super grateful. And I just want to say thank you to everyone involved here at Sin City Crypto, down to the last person that fills the dang ice tray, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. No words can truly express my gratitude, but thank you. Thank you. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a beautiful live stream. They're still got me in that dang flag. Dang it. Sorry, sorry. I think it was the caffeine there. Got me a little pissed. But, man, I decided to win this trade, man. I want to end this dang stream with a win. Like, it's like every time. Then they make a new trend line and they play with it again. They got me thinking they're going to pump this puppy above the 200. And you know a big move is coming, man. You can see how they're playing with it. We're getting so tight on the 1 minute. You know a big move is coming. You just can smell it. You can smell it. That's not the window you're supposed to be watching. Anyway, I love you. Oh, one last time. That just looks beautiful. I don't see how that doesn't go up to 76,457 and flatten the shorts. They had so much time to dump it today, and we're clearly climbing to the upside, multiple higher lows. That's a third higher low in a row. Like, come on now. I'm back in on this trade. Like, I'm not gonna I'm gonna break my rules again. If this is the third time, man, it's like, why? Maybe because I'm so tired. I'm like, but I'm gonna break my rules again. You know what I mean? Could put such a deeper stop now. Anyway, 37.45. Nothing happened to the Chinese coin. Same thing. The Chinese coin over here. Above price or below? As above, so below. Now I got 2 to 1 on that. Oh, yeah, because I got to put the target. I just may not be able to. But I'll try. I would like to. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I got you tomorrow, though, right? Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday? I don't know. Man, I don't know, man. This is like... I'm going to wait for us to cross the 200. I'm going to wait for my chance. I'm just going to do the right thing. But, like, I feel... Something tells me I'm going to miss a massive pump here. But I'm going to leave it alone. That was tough, man. This is like... It's what no one shows you about trading. Like, they talk about how simple it is. It's not that simple, man. They play mind games, man. You got to, like... All right? Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much. God bless you. Remember, I went over the secret to success. I studied successful people, and I got this cool... Oh, remember I didn't give you the how to tell the difference between Aaron and Austin? 655-2919 +1-657. It's Aaron is taller than Austin by about an inch. I'd say 3/4 of an inch or something. Yeah. So if you look at them, and Aaron's like a little rounder featured face. Austin has a little sharper featured face. So if you look at them both, the sharper one is Austin, the taller one is Aaron. And you can't mess it up now for the rest of your life. So just make sure when you see them, you're talking to them, when you see the one that's taller, and you'll notice it. You really will notice it for a second. You know what I mean? Got to hang out with them the other night. They were they're such a nice. I mean, I've seen them for years. They're really nice. They don't act uppity like they're some multi-million-dollar channel. They're very nice, very kind, man. Very, very polite gentlemen. Just good guys overall, man. Fun to hang out with, I'm a twin. I feel comfortable hanging out with twins. There's something about that, right, when I'm all twinned up. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys. Yeah, many people don't know I have a twin sister, folks. I am a twin. I was born 4 minutes after her. Yeah, not many people know that. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much. The secret to success is getting started.